Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
I've never watched that before. Like, lives, the Facebook lives, somebody always, finishes themselves.
Yeah. I've seen two people kill themselves live on like something.
Did you go out of your way to see it?
The first one just kind of caught me off guard. It was like wild video on like, what was it called? The website called? It was like Rap City or something like that. Like one of the like, it's like one of like, its name is fucking like deceptively. It's like, it's super fucked up. But as it goes on there, the guy on Facebook, the classic one, the dude
like corncobtv.com or something.
Some wild
and you're like,
shit.
oh, what's this silly?
Is it going to be porn or is it going to be someone dying? And it was someone dying. I rolled the dice and it was a murder, self-murder. So it was that one that I saw some guy he was like speeding and he blew his own brains out. And I was like, this guy's just doing this.
Speeding?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that
He
one.
was doing a twofer. And
I think a lot of people saw that live. Was that the one? Was that an old one?
That's one of the old ones. People saw it live. And I was like, it was like in the 2010s.
I don't fucking know.
It's morbidish. even for me, that's like, this is my threshold.
Look, he's crying. He's crying thinking about it.
Yeah, he's like, fuck.
Look at him. He's
I don't feel. I'm crying because I can't watch it again. The videos are gone.
Welcome to the Star Tank Podcast. It's me, Chris. It's him, Kingston. It's him, Derek. Look at us. That's it.
Bye.
I love that. Like,
that's it. That'll be it.
I'm gonna go home.
All right, that's it.
The 5-minute podcast is crazy.
Oh my god!
There was a podcast called the 10-minute podcast with Will Sasso. That
was in the Vine times.
Maybe I can't remember because I did subscribe to it, and unfortunately, it was before I knew who Chris D'Elia was. Because he's a part of it. It was Chris D'Elia, Will Sasso, and somebody else. I can't remember who the third person was, but it was literally 10 minutes. And I was like, "Oh, this is funny! Just do a bunch of crazy shit in 10 minutes, and that's it." And but yeah, now when I think about it, I was like, Chris D'Elia's, he's done a lot of weird stuff. So.
Man, he looks. I saw a video of him recently, and like, man, he looks rough. He looks like he's aged like 40 years in the last like 3.
He did.
It's kind of nuts.
People caught on to that. He's not that funny, unfortunately.
Well,
he's not. They like people find like he whatever his last special was, it wasn't received well at all, and.
I have something to talk to you guys about. Continue talking about comedians. Okay. Finish your
You're really great at segues.
Oh my goodness. No,
I got something. Finish your bullshit. I don't care.
Yeah, finish it. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Yeah, like I don't care. I'm not even going to listen because I'm going to hold on to my thought.
I hear what you're saying. It's interesting.
Yeah.
He looks worse.
Just transition. Like
transition. Let me ruined it. So what happened is you guys see the thing with Bill Burr and Howie Mandel?
You mean from like 4 weeks ago?
Was it 4 weeks ago when
Billy Corgan came on?
Yeah, I didn't hear about that until I saw it, but I didn't pay attention to it.
That was his podcast, right?
That was this show, yes.
That's great. That happens here. We're kind of, it's like not in screen, but it's like in the back, like, yo, this is crazy.
No, yeah, Howie Mandel had, because there's that story that came out about Billy Corgan,
likely
of the Smashing Pumpkins, potentially being his like half brother or whatever.
Yeah.
And so Howie Mandel, being a fucking bitch like he is, just ambushes both of them, basically invites Billy Corgan onto the show, and has this weird like reunion that neither of them asked for, really.
Because Billy brought it up to Howie.
Billy Corgan.
Yeah, Billy brought it up to Howie. Oh, it's Bill Burr and Billy Corgan. Yeah. I forget that.
Billy
Isn't that
Burr.
insane?
Yeah, even the fact that they might have to say, that's crazy work. But like, he brings it up to Howie like one of the old episodes, and then like he's like, yeah, it's wild. Apparently, Bill Burr didn't want Billy to bring it up to anybody. He was like, hey, can you keep that like close to the sleeve? Like, don't bring this up to anybody. This is like a lot.
Well, his argument was, didn't the fact that I
never brought it up
indicate to you that I didn't want to talk about this? Which is a pretty, savvy.
Pretty solid place to be. I think Billy Corgan it's just an interesting thing you tell. I think he was wrong, but I don't think it was exactly the most insidious thing.
No,
Howie did was completely fucked up.
Because you thought it was going to be funny.
This is a joke, right? Isn't this funny?
Yeah, because like awkward non-British comedy is so funny. That's that's not. I don't want that on a podcast. What are we talking about?
That would just not be my friend anymore.
Like, Howie Mandel?
Yeah, that would just not be my friend anymore. I'm like, I don't fuck with
Howie Mandel's definitely like a because didn't he like expose his asshole or something?
I heard about that. I've heard it.
I've
but-
heard that multiple times. Where
Yeah.
like he just like went online and was just like, "Here's my rectum," and
Isn't
we'll
he a
see you on the next
germaphobe?
episode.
Isn't he a germaphobe? Isn't he like? Isn't he
Massive germaphobe. I've heard. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
thought he
absolutely.
Howie
was.
Mandel. Is that why he's bald?
Probably.
I mean, yeah.
He
it
probably
makes
just
sense.
doesn't want anything
He gets rid
chilling in his hair.
He's not even naturally bald. He's actually got like a full luscious head of hair.
like
It
big head
might
hair.
be possible. But yeah, I heard he's a massive germaphobe. He hates being touched, which that you should definitely spit on him would be funny.
That's why he did Bobby's World.
Yeah, is that why he did?
Yeah,
Is that why he did it?
Yeah, because he didn't want to be in person with other people. So like his only way to do media was to sit in a booth by himself
Okay.
and do that gross voice.
That is a little plausible. That is a crazy voice. It feels damaging.
It
has to be.
It doesn't register to me that's first of all, Bobby's World is an insanely old television
Yeah,
show.
this is like my age shit. Like,
Yeah.
I was a kid and I was still young as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
when
know.
it came
I don't
out.
even really know why I know about it. I'm sure it was just like reruns or something. Because that show is definitely not diegetically on.
My sister watched that show, and I was like, "You're
Yeah.
That's what he would do.
Uh huh.
The fucking Schmiegel.
Very
weird-
just a little bit higher though. But yeah, but like
Yeah,
that,
upsetting.
like you were more on the meatwad level.
Yeah.
If I was a little bit higher,
elevated.
And yeah, and there was a weird. For some reason, I only remember his dad would wear this yellow and red like Hawaiian shirt or something like that. And for some reason, there was an episode where he had to do, of course, because Mrs. Doubtfire was really popular. So he had to like do I think everything's done a Mrs. Doubtfire like parody. And there was one, and there was like Mrs. Noogie something, Noogie Weather. I can't fucking remember. I don't even know why I remember that. Maybe I thought it was hot or something.
Did they?
Maybe it was a sexual awakening for me.
Was that the first? Like the whole I have a meeting with two people in the same place as two different people. Let me go back and forth.
That couldn't.
You know what I
could
mean?
it?
That couldn't have been the first time, right?
That's
Because if that's the
insane.
first, if Mrs. Doubtfire is the first time that trope has ever happened, at least in like modern history,
Right.
that's a really influential fucking piece
Right.
of media. if
Actually,
that's the
I
case.
feel like it
Actually.
definitely is like the one that like a lot of people of our age group benchmark.
that's the
But
one
I'm
that
sure
I
if
think.
we
of,
ask
yeah.
if we ask our parents, they might find another.
Yeah, we
one
need
of that,
old.
yeah.
We need old people to be like, oh,
Yeah.
they stole that from fucking Citizen Kane or something.
Yeah, that famous plot point in Citizen Kane where Orson Welles has to wait. That's what it is. It's like he's meeting with people as the old version of himself and the young version of himself. And for some reason, these two people who know him at the same time can't understand that something's
They-
wrong.
I mean, maybe that far back in the day, yeah, they're like,
That is
I don't know,
so-
everything seems fine to me.
I don't know. There's lead everywhere.
Yeah, there's just their eyes just bleeding. Yeah, everything's fine.
Unbelievable.
Can you guide me out the room? I can't see.
My grandfather's in fucking elementary school. Whatever. Oh, back in the
that's
day
great.
with all the lead.
I like Citizen
All the
Kane.
lead.
I don't. It isn't the greatest, but I enjoy watching it.
I have
You enjoy watching Citizen Kane?
The two times I've watched it, I didn't have a bad time watching
two
it.
times.
Watched it twice.
I've seen it a couple times.
Two
and I'm just
times.
like,
Watched it twice.
I've seen clips and I just can't sit down and watch the whole thing. I'm not. I think I have to be like depressed. I think I have to like I'm not getting out of bed. I'm not gonna fucking do anything. I'll just watch Citizen Kane. Something like that.
yeah, like I
I
look,
can't
I
fucking
watch
watch
it and I get it. I understand why this is like an important. It's like a missing link. You know what I mean? Or like an evolutionary, like, oh, that's a really important stupid animal, right? But like this is not a relevant animal right now.
Yeah.
I really like Orson Welles. So
I
that's
would
why
just say
I
the
do
only-
like it.
Orson Welles is pretty.
Have
good.
we
he's the
talked
goat.
about his wine commercial where he's drunk as shit?
Oh, drunk as fuck.
That's
Just,
the
just
best
going
commercial
off,
ever.
bro.
Fucking amazing.
Hearing him go off is great because he was the guy that he could do it because he was the guy at the time, so he could do whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah.
And I think that was really cool because he was like also a decent human. So it was just like,
I guess that's exactly
nice.
what it was, right? That
You're able to be a
anybody
piece of
else
shit.
they would have said stop drinking the product.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But like they're just like fuck.
Nigga was a wild alcoholic.
What are we gonna do?
It's Orson Welles.
It's Orson Welles. You gotta tell. That's so funny.
Orson Welles has one of those names where like he doesn't sound like a real.
Yeah,
Like there was a point in time for sure where like I wasn't really 100% sure whether or not that guy was real.
really?
Yeah, like I thought like maybe he might have been like a character in like a book or something.
That's
Orson
fair.
Welles is
That's
not
fair.
a real fucking name.
That's very fair, actually. It does actually remind me of a character, like this iconic character. Then, this person was just this is a guy.
Yeah, like
this
Billy the
this
Kid.
is an artist.
Like Billy the Kid or some shit like that.
Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid's a great example. Yeah, like what? There's no Billy the Kid.
Billy
What are
the
you talking
Kid.
about? And then you find out like, oh wait, what?
My grandma's so old that she loves Westerns and she loves Orson Welles. So that shit was like shit I would like hear about all the
liked
time.
all those Orson Welles westerns.
Yeah, those that existed. The
Yeah.
Orson Welles spaghetti westerns that my grandmother would be like, this is just
Stick him up. I can't do Orson Welles. I can't do that voice. I can't.
It's kind of impossible.
I think it's only his voice.
It's I mean, some people can do it. Obviously, plenty of people can do it, right?
Yeah.
I bet you can do it.
Probably not probably not right now.
Fair. Yeah, you're kind of still recovering from cancer. What is it?
Yeah, fucking
That's why he has a hat on.
yeah.
It's completely bald in the middle.
I had to do chemo.
Dude, if you're
For
gonna
my
wear a hat all the
bronchitis.
time, you should cut your cul-de-sac monk thing.
What do you
You should do it.
the cul-de-sac thing?
Yeah, the cul-de-sac. You should do it because since you're just wearing a hat, you should just do it. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, why not? I did cut my hair.
yeah,
But like it's just like it's a mess right now because I've just been sick for like a week straight.
right.
By the way, can't taste anything.
Better than a week gay. I'm sorry.
Boo.
Boo! Boo!
Yeah. So, what's the strongest thing you can taste right now? Like, what's the best thing you're enjoying right now?
Right now, genuinely the only thing I can taste right now is like sour candy.
That makes
It's the only thing. Like I've tasted. I remember, dude, I was eating like hot wings, and I couldn't taste the hot at all.
Did you feel the sensation?
No,
See, that I don't understand.
which is crazy to me.
That I don't understand.
Because you could not taste, but you still feel the sensation of it. Like
Right.
To be fair, this was like the day of like Brant's
Okay.
when I first noticed something was wrong. I was like,
I mean,
oh shit.
Look, maybe there's an explanation because I know
It could have also been
it's a
weak
chemical
sauce.
reaction that makes your brain thinks it's hot as shit.
Right.
So
Yeah.
maybe there's something to the smell blocking it. I obviously don't know.
I mean, it's probably both. It's probably muted, and
Yeah.
then to this muted, you don't feel it as much.
That's interesting. I never considered that. Maybe it almost makes me but experiment. Okay, I'm gonna get something
really
hot
sick.
and I'm gonna like plug my nose and shit and see if it mitigates a little bit of the heat.
Yeah, I don't really know.
It sounds retarded, but at the same time, I mean, you said it wasn't as hot. So
I don't know if maybe their sauce is just weaker because that could also be the case. But like even if that were the case,
yeah,
like
little urine.
you
in
would
it.
still notice a little bit. And I didn't
Oh, you
notice,
didn't notice it at all.
It might as well not have had anything
I
on
heard
it.
what you said.
I heard what you said. I was just like, I'm gonna not acknowledge anything.
I know what you just did.
You never know what those motherfuckers in the inkwell are doing. Should I don't know.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right.
Whatever.
Hey.
If somebody wants to find me, they'll find me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a small one, so I'm like, don't come. Do not come.
Do not
come.
go.
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna come.
Well, dude, speaking of
That was great.
speaking of politics, there was another Jubilee.
They're on fire. They're just throwing darts at fucking walls, dude.
Yeah.
Put this guy and this and a bunch of dumb retarded idiots
Yeah.
versus this guy. It's
Casey
interesting.
Anthony versus 10 children.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, that was something else too. She kind
She
of came back.
finishes them.
I never talked about it.
Oh right, yeah.
Because
we
I
just
wasn't on that
mentioned it.
episode. I think that was like a dark tank where I was like
It was.
completely out. But like, I only saw this in the last like 2 days that there was something going on with Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's making her media return.
And she briefly.
bro.
So
What is she doing?
at the
She's a
time,
villain. Villains are right.
at the time,
now.
since I just found out through him, I didn't know what was happening. She specifically is returning on Substack. She has a Substack, and she's trying to help people, allegedly. You know, she's trying to. I feel like she's trying to lure more children. You know, and
She's trying to help people what? Get away with killing their children?
probably it does seem like some type of legal thing
the
that
jit
she's
killer is crazy. Casey Anthony, the jet killer.
The jit killer?
Yeah, she kills jits.
jits.
Yeah,
I haven't heard jit in such a. I haven't heard jit since that video that we used to
Little
watch.
jit
We
going ham.
used to watch this video called "Lil Jit Going Ham,"
Lil
and it was this little black kid in a
Little
fucking
jit.
in like a what is
CVS
it, like a
or some
CVS
shit,
or
or right,
something?
a Dwayne
and he's just
Reed.
running around like a Dwayne Reed, like knocking everything off the shelves. And some guy following was like, "Yo, Lil Jit Going Ham, dude!" And he's just following him, recording him.
He's this
And that was
guy.
like 2015 or something.
That's before
Wow.
we moved out here.
Yeah. Stupid.
Interesting. Yeah, I never seen it.
You know what? You ever heard you've heard the phrase "jit"?
Oh, in that video, yes. Never outside of it, to be
never
fair.
outside of it?
No.
You've heard it.
No, I didn't know
that.
that was a real.
Really? You're like
Like-
Southern, though. You never heard "jit" before?
No, I mean my
Your
family's
family's
Southern,
Southern.
but they've never called me that.
Because "jit" means like that's how they say kids. They're dumb though. They're Southern people. They're dumb. But,
Well,
like, "jit"
I
is a
mean,
I don't think we're in any position to.
yeah, absolutely not. But
This is the stupidest show probably that exists.
that's fair. Very fair.
no.
Well, it's not Jubilee, I guess.
Isn't that?
No, there's way stupider shit.
Jubilee's
on there.
great, man. Yeah, so they had the 10 Casey Anthony's versus one large baby.
Yeah,
Right,
that
right.
baby still lost.
10
handily.
Casey Anthony's. Yeah, they had 10 Casey Anthony's versus one large,
That large child.
44-ton baby.
Yeah.
44-ton baby. is so
44-ton
big.
baby.
That's so big.
How big was
That is so much bigger than you think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
44 tons?
Because an
1
elephant,
ton is insane.
An elephant. An
A
elephant,
1-ton baby is large.
ludicrous.
Is ludicrous.
Think of it as
44
a cow.
tons.
A cow weighs a ton. A full-grown male cow weighs a ton.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
A ton?
Yeah. Look it up.
you say
How do you
do you
tip
say
it?
a male
two.
cow?
Maybe even two. Actually.
Do you say a male cow?
Yeah,
I
male
think so.
cow.
Yeah.
Is that
Male cow?
redundant?
I mean,
Well, no, it's
No,
cows are female.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Cows are always female. I know the bull is a male cow.
Yeah.
But I thought like there was bull and then like another phrase and then they were all cows.
No, there's just different things. Like there's sterile cows, which I think sterile bulls, which are steers. I think steers.
Maybe that's
we are the worst people.
Yeah, we're terrible. But one thing I know is that that cows are just they're sluts.
Right. Cow
But-
equals slut.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'll stand on.
Ooh.
I'll stand on 10 toes. That
Are they
cows
called
sluts.
heifers? Aren't female cows called heifers?
I think
No, heifer is from Rocco's Modern Life.
yeah,
Yeah, and she was a female cow.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't?
yeah.
Heifer was.
Heifer was a he?
Heifer was Tom Kenny.
No, heifer's a steer.
Yeah, heifer's a steer. That's right. Which is
Which is I think
little
those are
ridiculous.
castrated bulls. I think steers are
maybe I may be
I think steers are castrated bulls, and I don't remember what heifer means.
so he was just castrated.
Yes,
On that show?
that
That's
was
the
that was
point,
alleged. That was alleged that he was
That's the point,
castrated.
and that's why he acted the way he did. He was so
He was a
muted.
pussy ass nigga.
That's
He was so
insane.
muted. Yeah, actually, I think that's why.
All right,
Yeah,
I believe you. I'm. You know.
yeah.
You ever played with a cow? They're really cute.
I fucking love cows. Actually,
They're really fucking
I used
cute.
to date this girl that was all in ag and stuff, and they would save the cows and shit instead of getting them slaughtered. Because they would do those shows at the fairs or whatever the fuck, and they show them off, and somebody wants to buy it and slaughter it, but they would rescue them, and I would get to play with some of the cows.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Like every time when I eat a burger, I feel bad because I think about like if a cow grows up with dogs and horses and shit,
They act
they'll
like that.
just do their shit. So they'll
Yeah.
start being all playful. And
I mean,
running around and,
even
like,
dogs do that shit. Dogs that
Right.
grow around bunnies, they hop. They try to hop around.
Right.
It's like,
so they're
this
just
is
all
adorable.
emulating each other,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, damn, cows are smart, super like their tongues are super long, so when they lick you, it's hilarious. And then you're just, boom, boom, then you just
Yeah.
get your burger just right away.
Yeah, that's how.
Eat
That's
it
how,
immediate.
That's
You
actually-
cut its head off. You go dig into it, put it on.
that's
a
how it
bun
works. They're like
immediately.
pinatas full of burgers.
Yeah,
And that's how you get. That's how you extract the burger.
I
It is
think-
unfortunate because like their faces like they have such trusting, delicious faces. You know, that's the problem with a cow.
They have those big old eyes. They have such big brown eyes. They're so. I think cows are such cute animals.
They're so easy
They're
to
great.
like attack.
dude, one of them it.
I mean, the thing is that it's the way
easy to
culture
attack.
happens here. Because the way, like, whenever I was on a farm in Puerto Rico, they were like not brutal to the cows. They would treat them really kindly, then they would kill them.
And they'll kill them. I mean, that's all like.
but they weren't brutal to them.
That's
they,
all.
they loved them.
The
in
average
fact, you know?
farmer is like that. It's the industry that treats them like
Right, it's
less
like
than
factory
nothing.
Yeah,
farm.
exactly.
Yeah, where they'll like
Absolutely
throw a
exactly.
cow into like a fucking blender that they'll bend its legs back. Fucking
They'll
ridiculous.
break its legs on purpose, then throw
I've
it
seen
in
some
there.
crazy contraptions, and I'm like, that's just medieval torture devices.
I
That's
def-
not even necessary.
I
It's
definitely
just-
saw
Yeah, they'll
my
put
uncle.
him in like a fucking Iron Maiden for no reason.
This is how we get
It'd be
the
like-
milk out.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like you see some of these machines. It's like this isn't even like efficient. You know what I mean?
This is
This is like
murderous.
one building for one Iron Maiden for one cow.
Yeah,
Like,
for
this can't-
one.
This can't
This
be.
is not good real estate.
Fucking spikes get fucking really dull after 2 cows. We're like, fuck, we gotta sharpen. Like, we gotta sharpen it again.
Get the good whetstone or sharpen it again.
And the cows were like, "What's going on over there?
Yeah,
Oh, it's weird."
it is. How the hell did we get here?
They closed
Don't
doors
know.
in cows' faces.
Oh, that was my fault because he said male cow, but I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Why are
before
we
that.
talking about that?
I have
This is
no
talking about
idea.
how heavy a 44-ton baby was, and then I said a male cow is maybe like 2
Cows are
tons.
like.
Why are we talking about a 44?
Oh, because of the
Because
Casey Anthony versus the
Casey
44-ton
Anthony-
baby.
Oh, right.
and then going back to
so Jubilee.
Jubilee.
Right. Okay, so we
we
reversed.
did it. We went backwards.
We finally
got
did it.
there.
Our brains are on fire
That's
right now.
crazy. It's because I've been taking Alpha Brain.
And you wonder why you can't taste anything.
Niggas
You
are jackass.
wonder why you're sick.
He's killing himself right now, and he's like, "Oh, I
The
can't
doctor's
believe
like,
it.
"Have you been taking anything?" You're like, "No."
Just
No.
Alpha Brain.
No, isn't that interesting, Jamie? I mean, nothing.
You tell them Alpha Brain, they're gonna rush you to the
I
fucking
had-
operating room immediately.
He's gonna take out an elephant rifle. You're like, oh.
Send this man to Dubai now,
Now-
where he could get the only medical care that will help him.
And then
Prayer.
fucking Joe just senses it. No, they're trying to take one of my patients away.
No.
Taking one of my patients.
He breaks him through the wall,
Yeah,
grabs
Joe-
the guy, folds him into a fucking origami plane, flies him away.
Here, you get the upgraded version.
That's crazy.
This is Alpha Cum.
Alpha Cum.
He just
So
chugging it.
Jubilee. Oh my God.
Eats the cup.
So they had what is it? What was it? 10 Trump supporters versus Sam Seder. And he went on.
Who was
and
Seder again?
Samus Cedar.
Sam Seder's from the Majority Report,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Minority Report's the movie.
Yeah, which it's too close.
It's yeah.
It's
come
a play
on.
on words, but you're in the dark zone.
We say that as like we're the Snark Tank.
yeah.
You know how many times people have like commented like Shark Tank on our show?
Yeah, they're dummies.
I imagine so. Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. It's like whoops.
My name is Black Ace on PlayStation, and I get called Black Face all the time.
It looks. I swear to
That's on our first glance. I should have made the A
no,
capital.
not on first glance. On every glance.
On every glance.
Every
still
time
do
I
it.
read your username on PlayStation, I see blackface in it. I
It's
see
because
it.
I'm also black too. It just
It doesn't help that I know. Yeah. It
Why
doesn't help
would
that I
you
know.
do that?
It's black. I should have made the A capital. That would have been better. But
That would
now-
have helped
that
a
would've
great
helped.
deal. Yeah.
Now I don't even use my PlayStation anymore because of the fact that I hate being called that so much. I just play
Black
everything on
Ace.
PC. So I suffered through PC gaming, getting my ass whooped just to do that.
Damn. I haven't. I think mine's Black Lovin' 69, so I'm not that far off, but it's not.
That is such a. Yours is stupider, but also definitely better than mine.
Yeah, it's not blackface. Jesus.
What's Chris? I'm that nigga 69. It's crazy.
Yeah. I had to change it.
You had to change it.
Yeah.
I
I just changed the number.
It was 9/11
88.
and he made it 69.
Yeah.
that was 9/11. You changed it to 69.
It was lowercase x, uppercase x. Uppercase x, lowercase x.
I like that. I like those are. That's
Yeah.
my favorite when I see the
Yeah.
upper lowercase x's.
Wow, that's
classic.
nostalgic.
It is.
nostalgic.
It is. Every time I see it, I'm like, yeah. I remember.
I know exactly what those people's hair look like. You know what I mean? Like anyone that uses that, they have a specific haircut.
Do they?
Yeah.
What is it?
I
They're-
hate everything that you
This
do.
is
I
fucking- yeah. They'll use they'll spell brutal with zeros. Like it's like instead of you, they'll be like brutal.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
those fucking
the
guys.
nostalgia. I missed that era.
They're those fucking guys.
When
Anyway.
you go on fucking Xbox 360 and get called
Oh,
everything under the sun.
You check your voice messages.
There's a stream of it. 3-hour long recording of somebody calling you the N-word. It's crazy.
Oh man, I wonder if I have any messages. Like I haven't.
Do they save them from all of your old previous ones or no?
I feel like it's
I think
still.
so.
Look, if you can
What?
still hop on Modern Warfare 2, I feel like all those servers are
So
still
if
up.
I could,
If
You
you,
know what I
still
mean?
have your account, if you can figure out how to log in on a 360,
Yeah.
or even on just like an Xbox, a modern Xbox hardware, and just like open up, because if you open up Xbox 360 games, you can press the start and select button, and it'll open up the normal,
Right.
like the old Xbox 360 kind of like dashboard or whatever.
Right.
You
you're
can see,
lying.
No, you can see your messages.
Oh my god, I have some.
I was getting
gold in
Xbox
there.
Live messages on 360 like when we were living together in at the Avalon. I was still getting them,
yeah.
which is hilarious.
Like, nig, 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 nig.
Yeah, it was exactly that. Yeah.
I have some gold ones back there. My friend and I would send messages to people and then block them immediately so they couldn't respond to us. And it's like, oh yeah, we're shit. We were shit people.
That's such a shit.
Sending a
thing.
message
It
to
is
someone I'm blocking
terrible.
is so
It's-
funny.
It's evil. And then we would laugh about it. And it's like, what the fuck was I on?
It was a good time.
That's
It
good.
was a good time.
Oh man, it
That's
explains it's all lore accurate. My whole entire progression to me being a very borderline piece of shit is all just been documented by me.
And that's how we got here.
That's exactly
basically.
what I hear.
Yeah,
It is the lineage to Casey Anthony versus 12 babies.
14 ton
babies.
babies. And
12
Casey Anthony's
babies.
handling
Well,
them,
it's either Casey Anthony versus 12 babies
Or 12 Casey Anthony.
or 12 Casey Anthony's versus one very large baby.
Right.
You think the baby could beat him?
It really depends on how large the baby is, because the baby might just like roll over or like projectile shit up its back and like really fucking do some damage to Casey. All the Casey Anthony's.
Imagine how
Yeah.
much toxic damage you would take.
Yeah,
if
it is a lot.
a giant baby shat on you.
Because that's primordial shit.
It's probably pure shit, but it's probably not as bad, but it's still shit.
I think it's like, I don't know, there's something about baby shit that's the worst, man.
It's explosive.
Yeah, there's something about it, like, because also I think it's just, you have this visceral hate of like having to like deal with this thing all the time.
Yeah.
I think we have that because we don't have kids. I think when you have kids, it changes. It's just what it does. You know, if you're gonna take care of it and keep
hopefully.
it healthy.
Yeah, I
Hopefully I
think
don't
in your
become-
brain you're like, this is maybe like what, like a year, 2 years.
Yeah,
max?
you're just kind of
And
like,
you're just kind of waiting the clock out. I would
Waiting for it.
imagine at a certain point.
yeah.
Yeah, so they can do it
It's got
themselves.
postpartum depression. You're just like, you know,
He's getting into
The idea of
he's getting into character.
the idea of close grip elbowing a baby in the face is so easy.
I think about
I
the-
was watching that video of her like talking about like how her like accusing her dad of like all this horrible horrible shit, and the dad's like he's just like bewildered.
like, bitch, I fucking lied for you. What are you doing?
Bitch, we killed that poor, dumb, stupid
Like,
baby for you.
I fucking pinned this on, like, that nigga, like, I don't know how he's not in prison,
Oh, you should be in
because
prison.
he clearly, like,
well, they did a
some
lie.
sweeping.
I saw they did a lie detector thing or whatever.
I know they're not admissible yet, but
Yeah, but like he came out pretty perfect on both of them. So like I don't really know what the fuck. I don't really know what the Casey Anthony thing is. I just know she killed her fucking baby.
oh, she definitely did, and she
Yeah.
partied after she
She
did.
killed her
That's the main
kid.
thing.
She it was very suspicious the way. I mean, she left her house with a package of some sort, got in her car, drove off, and then went to a party immediately.
Look, it's as weird. It's as weird as OJ. Let's just be real. It's just as weird.
Yeah.
It's just as weird. And then there was some not guilty things happening. Okay, but culturally we
Yeah, we
know.
understand,
We
yeah.
know. Okay,
But anyway,
OJ had help from the
Jubilee.
gods.
So Jubilee, right? So Jubilee happened. They had Sam Seder on. It was the same typical thing that they always have. It's like 10 Republicans versus one progressive, and the one progressive is Sam Seder of the Majority Report. And I watched some of it. There's one clip that I saw one clip and I was like, I'm not watching this. And I'm wondering if you know what clip it is.
Which clip is it?
So there's a clip where he's talking about how government agencies don't pay taxes.
right.
And how government agencies are funded by tax money. And the guy goes, that's not true.
Yeah, the guy said, "Yeah, I saw that part."
And he does. God bless Sam, who's he's clearly a millennial or like a low Gen X, whatever.
Yeah, Gen X.
But he's like, he just like
Does that look at the
he does like
camera?
a full like gym, like it's.
It's just like, why am I here?
And then he goes like, "Is it what month is it?"
and the guy actually kind of stutters a little bit. It's January.
Yeah, it's like okay, so we can agree on that. And I was like, I'm not watching any of this. It's too infuriating.
It's too
I can't-
embarrassing.
I
I get
watched-
secondhand embarrassing watching these people being so fucking far out of their league to where Sam comes with all these facts, right? He's like a facts machine. And he talks about this, like, oh, within 2021, the child poverty was cut by like 45%, stuff like that. And the guy's just like,
no.
Well, the guy was just like, I'm going to have to look it up. Like, he has nothing because he doesn't know, he has no reference. And it's like,
That guy was clearly a guy from a socialist place. Racism went fucking apeshit crazy. Yeah, duh. But he's showing him like straight up socialist policy that worked, and he's like,
yeah.
it doesn't work. And it's like, dude, what are you?
To me, to not understand.
Just gone.
Well, to me, I just looked at it. It was like, dude, to not understand that government is funded by taxes is just like I don't even know like what there is left to even talk about at that point. You know what I mean? Like that's such a
You're not
fundamental
talking to
like
somebody.
basic thing that like if you can't understand it, then it's like,
Well, yeah,
there's
like
no
what
real-
the fuck else would it be fun? Like it makes no sense. Like we take a loan from outside entities like the Federal Reserve.
Sure.
And then we're supposed to pay that money back, but we're supposed to be self-sustaining with taxes. It doesn't work. Obviously, that's why we take a loan, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. But the thing is, that's so weird to me is the people that are here that have absolutely zero idea how anything works. And I wonder, I guess it's the producer's fault to where this is exactly what they want.
Oh yeah, they want that clip.
Yeah.
Of some dude treating another person like an idiot.
Yeah. The crazy thing about that clip though was I took some screenshots of some of the dumbest fucking people that and this is just proof that these people, conservatives, when they're consuming with quotations content, nothing's happening. They're waiting for somebody that they look up to tell them what they just watched.
Right.
And how we know that is we just took some screenshots of these fucking like say here we go. Cat Turd. You guys know who's Cat Turd?
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
one of the dumbest fucking people on Twitter that flops on everything.
Yeah.
So he screenshotted the clip of that. They're talking about the DEI stuff. The guy with the glasses that I think he was the same with the January.
I think
guy.
it was, yeah.
They were talking about DEI, and basically Sam was arguing that these things were absolutely necessary. The thing that pisses me off is, these people? I guess because people are telling them that the grifters, the DEI things are there unnecessarily. They don't need to be there. It's like, no, like, can we think about this logically? They only exist because out of necessity. Like, why would a DEI program exist for zero reason? But that's what these people are being told. But that's a weird thing. Imagine like say, oh, these safety measures, OSHA exists for no reason. You know what I'm saying? This is how these people.
I mean, we're on that fast track. Literally, we are. We exist in that world where that's gonna be gone in a year or two.
Right, but I'm just saying that this is what these people think. Like, there's no reason these things exist or something. At least that's what they're being told.
Yeah.
So Cat Turd was just like.
They also just don't know what it is either.
Right.
Which is another.
Yeah,
Right.
everyone they attach it to race too much, and it's like it's not simply.
Well, they think
that.
it's like, oh, you're just gonna hire like
because they're just that.
I know it's like no, it's just you're putting the job out to everybody, and maybe a minority will get it, maybe not. But like the point is,
whoever gets it.
The point is that everybody's aware that the job exists.
Whoever gets it,
Yeah.
whoever gets it will be someone certified to get it. But what happens is that so often. Other people that are certified don't get a chance to get this.
Well, yeah, because
so that is the big problem.
Historical
It's a very basic
systemic
thing.
racism.
Well, they don't believe in that. They don't understand that, and that's where this all falls into or just systemic
I know
prejudice.
Unfortunately, they only don't believe in it is because they're being told not to believe in it. But they know they've experienced it themselves. Where say even myself, just working at Newegg, I experienced how systemic racism works. Where this is a Chinese company and they hired a bunch of people that are unqualified, just their homies. And then the meritocracy is completely thrown out the window. And it works the same way in white spaces to where they hire their homies and it's like legacy shit. And then all of a sudden there's somebody that's really qualified that's brown or a woman or something. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, DEI is going to open this up to where they don't just say no and just give it to their white homie. And they've experienced other instances of it happening. And then they try to deny it doesn't happen on white spaces.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, come on.
Well, it's like this show. This show is the opposite. This is just like I know these guys. We are not the most qualified people to do any of this.
I disagree. What happened is in this space, we're not actively trying to inform or better a social experience. You know,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's why he shouldn't be here.
I just mean, even in a podcast sense, I'm like, we're doing such a shitty job, but we're good enough to
we're just
it's
likable.
Organic. It's organically growing. It's organically growing. We're not doing anything to help ourselves, really.
No.
But hold on, I want to talk about this. So Matt Bender took a few screenshots. So Cat Turb, from that conversation, he screenshots the fucking guy with glasses, the conservative. But because of his glasses, I guess, I can't think his glasses threw him off. And clearly, if he heard the conversation, I don't know how you got confused on who's who. But Cat Turd's like, liberals are so dumb with the screenshot of this fucking guy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, weird. Another one, this guy's like, that look you get when you know you have to debate a brainless, witless, social justice warrior clown whose IQ is mid-50s. And he says, this is the conservative.
Oh, no.
I'm like, did you watch the clip, you fucking idiot? And then somebody says, he's the progressive, actually. the guy you're calling the clown is a conservative. Whoops. And the guy just says, really? He sounded like the adult in the room, lol. And I'm like, so you're just hearing sounds. You're not even absorbing anything that's being said. Like, you can't get confused if you watch the fucking
My favorite
clip.
part was the girl that was like, we should have a more xenophobic culture. And I'm like, you said that out loud in
awesome.
front of
Okay.
people?
Yeah, people are getting pretty comfortable, dude.
You said that out loud in front of people? We should have a more xenophobic. She said, isn't a melting pot assimilation? It's like, did you just say a melting pot? A melting pot is a melding. It's not a simulation. It's unification of any. I just think
Simulation. She said
assimilation.
Assimilation.
Sorry, assimilation. And I'm like, these people need to get like
Hey,
something
man,
in the
you know,
Kool-Aid.
whatever, man.
Like it's insane.
Something in the Kool-Aid.
Like put something in the Kool-Aid. Like it's really getting insane. It's getting zany.
It'll work itself out.
Yeah, they need a Jim Jones and they need
Timothy Jones.
They need to get.
Look, man, a lot of people are much more comfortable now with my heart goes out to you and all that shit. They feel much more comfortable. There's some politicians now in certain
They're just doing
districts
it.
that are just.
What's the name of the guy that did it? Mike something, the one that just did it at the thing. He was like,
I don't know. There's been a lot of them.
Yeah.
one of them,
Like
the
they had
Florida
that. They
guy.
had that CPAC. They did a CPAC,
Yes.
and a bunch of them were doing it. But like
He did that
There's
shit
politicians that are
low-key.
openly just being like, oh yeah, like we should just we'll look out for white interests and stuff. Like they're not even you know how they would do it subliminally, or they would use some type of. It would be like dog whistle.
Right.
No, they're just like, I just do it because they know they're not going to get fired or anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is, cool. We're in a really cool era, aren't we, guys?
It's very epic.
Yeah.
he does it like low.
I'm glad Casey Anthony's back.
I'm so glad she spawned. Like, how funny is that though? She's calculated.
She's like a harbinger. You know what I mean?
Yes. This is because I'm like, oh man, things are feeling really weird right now. And then she's like, it's time.
Yeah.
And then you saw the fires of hell, and she just like got up in her car and she filmed a video in her car.
She stepped on her baby's grave twice, and it was like, all right, let's go get some work done.
Little tap dance.
The thing that upsets me is that
What hoodie is that?
it's an old fucking metal band. They broke up. Animosity.
Looks like a Kingston. Doesn't it look like a Trials of Osiris?
It does.
Looks like a Destiny hoodie.
This is some shit that Osiris would have.
I mean, hey, maybe somebody
dope.
from that game is a fan of this. Like, we were just talking about Key and Peele. There was one of the sketches. Dude couldn't laugh, and he was like doing his best to like try to hold his laughter while his homies are all cracking jokes.
Oh, that's right.
And then when he finally laughs, like it's like lets out this screech that like starts making their ears bleed, and they all die. And at the end, it starts playing the Mass Effect 3 score.
Right.
Yeah, and I was
That's right.
like,
It has even the Reaper sound in it, doesn't it?
Brrr. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? So clearly, whoever did that is a fan of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
And so it's possible that because like I would do shit like that too if I was.
Oh yeah, I would do it all the time.
Yeah.
If I was like working for some random company, just sneak my own shit in there.
Well, Osiris is gay.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he gay?
Like literally,
Yeah.
or which
thought he was
kind of
for
gay?
Gene.
I thought he was just Egyptian.
He's both.
He's Egyptian and gay.
both.
I mean, I guess that's
Yeah, he got like a beautiful pharaoh eyes, you know?
that's basically what happens.
He's both.
All the Egyptians were massive cock gobblers.
I knew this kid in school who like he looked like a pharaoh. It was ridiculous.
He looked
like
like
he
a
had like his
pharaoh.
eyes were like Egyptian drawn eyes. Like it was ridiculous. I was like, you are the
come out of the womb with fucking eyeliner.
dude. He just didn't look real.
Nice.
Like there were points where I was like, what the fuck are you? Like what is going on with this guy? It's fucking fascinating.
Did you kill him?
No, he was fine.
Oh.
Did you kill him?
I was wondering. I didn't say
crazy.
you should or shouldn't. I was wondering if you did.
Would you guys do Jubilee?
Oh yeah. I'd do
Nah,
it.
I wouldn't do it. What's the
I'd do
point?
it with you guys.
What do you mean?
If we're like all in
the
it, and
Snark
we're all
tank
just like,
versus what? Who?
sorry versus like fucking I don't know, like a fucking raging retard. I'd be like,
One raging, all three of us versus one raging. It's just us at a table, and then a guy like trying to hit us
Fuck.
from across.
Hey man, chill.
Jesus Christ.
I would laugh my ass
Fuck.
off.
No, I wouldn't do it. Like, I don't think there's really a point.
There
You know?
isn't. There isn't.
I think those conversations are necessary to have, but the problem is that Jubilees is absolutely not the setting for
Oh yeah,
them.
not in that format.
Like just so absolutely, but the problem is that debate is ruined. Like the way debate happens now is just so not correct.
There is also the fact that like there are people. I don't know, man. There are people on that show that I've seen multiple times where I'm like, you don't believe this shit.
yeah,
Like you're clearly like playing a part here. And so, like, what's really the point of this?
That's true. It's like
I kind of
yeah,
don't
that's very true.
believe. I don't know, man. How I can't believe that there's someone stupid enough out there that believes like, oh yeah, the government is not funded by tax dollars. Because to even be in that room in the first place,
Well, it's, yeah.
how
Like, how did
So
you
I'm
get
thinking,
noticed
what do you
in
even
the room?
disagree with? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what? Like I don't believe that guy's
I think of
real.
it in the way that the producers, they're like, we need morons. We need absolute morons too. Some people that don't
They
know what they're
need
talking
clicks.
about. And then so they talked to that kid and they probably asked him some basic questions. They had, he completely failed the screen. And they're like, great, this guy's perfect.
We should do it.
Yeah, but I
That'd be
guess
funny.
I don't feel like those are legitimate idiots.
And it's here too
You
as
know what I
well.
mean?
I
I feel like
you think they're like just actors.
I not necessarily actors, but I feel like they have an opportunity to just kind of go out and it's like an in joke with their friends. Like their friends know.
Oh,
that
so they're
not that
playing
stupid.
like it was kind of like when I was thinking about going on Tim Pool's podcast.
kind of.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was like, oh, let me like pretend far enough to where I can infiltrate, and then maybe at some point be like, I hate you all.
It doesn't strike me as authentic.
I would love to do that with you guys. We all go there. We like just talk to people.
Well, I know he would. He absolutely he's invited on some of the weirdest creatures that he wouldn't even. Knowing that we disagree with him, he would invite us on the show for sure. I don't know if he.
No, not Tim Pool. I'm gonna go on Tim Pool's podcast.
Are you still talking about Jubilee?
I'd get physical. I can't go on Tim Pool's podcast.
You get-
I would get physical.
I feel like I get physical on Jubilee.
I feel like if all because I feel like if the three of us like if we were like all there like doing the thing, we would all be laughing. The problem is that we're not
We're not
We're
serious.
not an
people.
authority on anything either.
We're not
Yeah.
authority on anything, but we're also definitely not the progressive people that should.
Well,
be
if
up
they
there.
wanted to-
like we're not. The
I
brand,
disagree.
We're not the brand
Well,
of
look,
progressive that should be.
I
up
disagree.
there.
I feel like we're the exact right type.
I don't think we are.
I think we're what we need. That what people need to
I
hear.
think we're not.
like because they're not getting like Sam Cedar's so fucking professional.
Yeah.
I think they need people like one thing that I know that would get a lot of. I feel like a lot of the conservatives that are they're just holding on to edginess. That and if they just knew that there was people like there's plenty of people like us that are center left and beyond. If they just knew, it's almost like they don't know that exist.
Right.
And if they knew they exist, like, oh, these guys are just like guys. They're just regular people and they're chill.
I wanted so deeply for Sam Cedar to be like, "You're retarded?
Yes, they need that.
Stupid?" Like,
I feel like
'cause
that's how he talks in natural life, but he like I can't.
no, I don't think so. I actually think
represent a
he's
business.
a pretty buttoned up guy. But like, yeah, I don't know. It all strikes me as like that's kind of the problem now. It's like I don't really. Everything feels like not real, or everything feels like inauthentic. It always feels like
Sure.
people kind of playing up for the camera. Because why wouldn't you? I guess.
Yeah.
In some way, like why not have fun while everything's like crumbling around you?
I feel like we'd go on there, we'd make jokes, and we'd be like, oh, because I feel like eventually, like maybe a minute in, somebody says something like, oh, you guys are fucking actually retarded. Holy shit,
Yeah, well,
this guy's retarded. I can point him out. All right, continue, man. I love hearing
trapdoor.
I love hearing tart speech. Go ahead. What else? What's next?
That's crazy. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think
But that's really the only thing that like I can think of that happened in the last like I don't know, a couple days.
Well,
Yeah,
I
since we
do want to
recorded.
mention something I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Was the Sam Bankman-Fried. He's the guy
That's right.
that did the FTX scam. Remember all those celebrities were promoting all that shit?
Yeah, so there was a crypto scam, as all crypto is.
Pretty much, mostly.
Where there was like a crypto thing where like a bunch of celebrities got in on it. Larry David famously did the commercial for it. Where like in the commercial he actually recommends people not to do it, which is so funny. There's like he wills himself into the most like appropriately written for him situations that
Yes,
exist. It's
yes.
insane.
Yes.
He gave like an interview where like an idiot I did it. But yeah, so like this is many years ago now. This is
Right.
like what, like 2017, 2018, something like that.
It
was a while ago.
It was
19.
It was something. It was
no later than that.
It was something like that. And then, but obviously it went to hell.
The guy's name is Sam Bankman Fried.
Yeah, and it was funny. Him and his
that's his
girlfriend.
birth name.
Yeah. Did you see him and his girlfriend? They were like, kind of busted up looking, and people would put them side by side and say it was basically like the Wish version of Ethan and Hila, because like it was because Ethan like he has curly hair when he grows it out, and like it was like that guy has Sam Bankman-Fried has curly ass hair, and the girl is Sam Bankman-Fried's girl is like not to be rude, but Jeez.
Not to be rude, but she's fucking ugly. And
She's
disgusting.
busted, bro.
Speaking of Ethan,
but like they would do
man.
that. Hold on, we're not getting there. We're not getting there. If we're gonna go, we're not getting there right now. So they found Sam Bankman-Fried's Google Docs of what he was gonna do about his situation while he's in prison. And one of the things, it was like
You can have Google Docs in prison?
apparently you can have a lot of things. There's
I
so
don't
much.
think I understand.
modern prison's different.
I don't think I really understand prison
Neither do I.
Nope.
anymore.
Because people have access to so much shit that I just don't. I
Like
mean, it's
cell
so
phones
easy.
and shit.
People, cell phones.
Computers.
People are betting.
I was
and
playing
doing,
Marvel Rivals with some dude in prison.
I mean,
yesterday.
you
You're
probably
lying.
were.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly wouldn't surprise me at this point. It seems a lot of prisons, the lower end security things they just.
Is it like considered like cruel and unusual, I guess, to remove somebody from the core fabric of society to the point where like when they come out, then they're just like not acclimated to technology, so like they acclimate.
I guess that might have
is that
changed
part of it?
in our lives. It might have changed.
That would be shocking. I feel like it has to be monetary. It has to be some type of.
like you get to pay for like
It has to be
prison plus.
Yeah,
Yeah, monetary and like
Prison
based on your
max.
behavior and stuff.
You're totally right. I think that's actually probably what it is.
It has to be. They're not gonna. When have you heard like a privatized prison be like, we're gonna take it easy on these guys?
Good point. Yeah.
Like, so so his on his Google Docs, and I thought it was so funny, and it's very close to what we were just talking about, because thinking that a lot of these, especially the conservative ones, like Charlie Kirk or whatever, they come on. These people are obviously fucking grifters. They don't stand for shit. You know that they have all these skeletons in their closet. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So Sam Bankman-Fried, he understands the playbook, and he was like, "Fuck, how am I going to rehabilitate myself and try to help me get out of prison?" And so one of the ticks on the Google Docs says, "Come out as right wing and get on Tucker Carlson's show."
Oh,
so
shit.
people are like, "Oh, the playbook's there. How funny!" And just recently, he had a fucking Skype, and this is what I'm saying. He's in prison. He had a Skype interview with Tucker Carlson, where Tucker Carlson's doing always doing that face.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what do you like? He dude, just a 9-iron to the face, boom, like this.
A nice underhand swing to the base of his chin.
But yeah, it was crazy that I'm like, oh, so he actually made it. He's doing it. And in the interview, he said that because he gave Sam Bankman-Fried wanted to be a really close to the in politics, but he went the Democratic route. So he was donating money to Democrats. And then, so now that he came out as the right wing, he said, no, they stole my money. They stole my fucking money. And so he's on his way to rebuild, and it's going to work. Because it always works when it absolutely shouldn't.
Oh yeah, I maintain the fact that like if Jared Fogle had gotten caught like way later, he would have been fine. If he just knew like, oh yeah, I'll just come out as like a MAGA guy.
Yeah,
and then everybody would be like, well, he's clearly not a child rapist.
No, he's just
they
persecuted.
They probably framed him
every time.
Yeah.
They're just persecuted every fucking time. It's crazy how much it works, man.
Yeah.
It's like
it'll be my playbook.
It would 1,000%.
If any time I get in trouble for like some bullshit, it's like why not at that point?
Well, yeah, they persecuted me.
Who cares?
My right wing views. I'll buy Trump stuff.
I'd be so upset at you.
Hey man.
I mean, whatever we got to do.
I'll buy you your house.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't accept it.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, you would.
I wouldn't.
What are you,
Shut the
stupid?
fuck up.
I wouldn't accept it.
Shut
I
up.
couldn't do that.
Why?
I couldn't do that because this is I morally couldn't accept a fucking house you got from.
I don't believe you.
You don't have to.
I won't.
I'll be like,
I'm gonna tell you.
can't.
I'm gonna be honest. A year ago, I may have not have accepted it, but I'm in a different path now. Like where I'm so disappointed with my countrymen. At least like half of them, that I'm just kind of like whatever. I'll take dirty money now.
Yeah, like,
I'm not.
What are we sticking to morality for?
I can't.
It's like an outdated.
It's
system
outdated.
At this point.
It's
I agree.
a complete
agree.
disadvantage to be moral and
You guys are like
and to
100%
be
right.
truthful and believe in justice.
Yeah,
You guys are like
that's right.
100% right. But like if Spider-Man was real, he'd be mad upset at me if I did that. So I can't do it. As gay as that sounds.
What about
gay as that sounds.
what about the hypothetical reality where Spider-Man is
You don't tell me. Don't do this to me.
Where Spider-Man is created
Mm-hmm.
as a way to instill morals into people so that they do not fight back against deep injustices against them, because to fight back would be immoral.
Well,
And it's actually been this like massive psyop to kind of gaslight you into thinking that heroism is actually just being completely docile and a pacifist.
But I wouldn't
in
consider
the face
myself
of absolute danger.
I wouldn't consider myself an exactly docile or pacifistic person. I'm just not gonna accept your damn near blood money.
What isn't blood money?
The money I know I didn't get from hurting somebody.
How do you know?
Because on at least the surface level, I know I didn't hurt someone to get it. Maybe layer 2 is fucking littered with blood, but layer 1, I'm like, I'm just making jokes.
Oh my god, I forgot that the old Marvel creator guy's name.
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee. I couldn't remember the first part. I was like,
that
Lee
wildly
something.
progressive nigga. That wildly progressive nigga. At
So
the time.
here's the thing: hearing him talk, he actually kind of blew my mind, Chris. What if Stanley was COINTELPRO? It was kind of like a psyop, to where he made people. He made people with all this great power, just all this stuff. What Stanley understood that what America needs, like say like one of the founding fathers, one of those gay guys said that the tree of liberty needs to be watered with the blood of tyrants every now and then, and all that evil needs to thrive is for good men to do nothing. Like Stanley understood this, and he's like, no. So we're not gonna water the tree of liberty and again turn people into revolutionaries to keep evil at bay. I'm gonna have people believe in heroes and believe that somebody good enough will stand up and correct this injustice with, because they have great power. They'll have great, no, because that's bullshit. So he knew that we would do nothing and wait forever for somebody to actually be a fucking hero.
Stan Lee is actually an evil person.
He's absolutely one of the worst people in history.
Evil?
Arguably,
Stan Leevil?
Yeah, perfect. Stan
Leevil is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah.
So who's
Excelsior.
Yeah,
what's the other thing you used to say? Enough said.
Enough said.
Enough said. So it's Stan Leevil and Stan Lovell.
Stan Lovell.
Lovey.
Leevil and Goodall.
Stan Love and Stan Leevil.
Stanley Good and Stanley Leevil.
Stanley Good and Stan Leevil.
That
sucks, man.
Stanley
I don't know,
Good
man.
and Stan Leevil.
I really think that guy was like.
We're gonna find a diary,
time.
and he's gonna be like, "I hate everyone.
I hate everyone equally."
I like the idea that we haven't found that yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
How long has he been dead for? Like, it's been a while.
Going on 10. Going on 10 soon.
Close to 10 years, huh?
Going on 10 soon. Maybe like 7 years.
I have no fucking idea.
Can't
actually.
be 10. Like, because he was
7 years.
7 years.
7, I believe.
I met him once, so it's like
7, I believe. 10 seems like insane.
it's going. Yeah, it's
because
nearing
like
10 years.
10 would be.
He died when we were out
2015,
here.
which
he
is
died when we were
ridiculous.
out here.
Listen,
Definitely.
he
did.
I'm suspicious about even when he was in kind of bad health. He was still going to like local. He was going to like Frankenstein shit.
I mean, they were
wheeling
they were
that guy
parading him
around.
around.
So here's the thing: was he just
Faking?
actually? He wanted to go to the dirt. He wanted to go to the ground and not stay in his ivory towers. He wanted to make sure that everybody was hurting, like personally. He wanted to see people's pockets being thin.
I have very few heroes, right? I have very few people that I really.
He's like Mother Teresa
love.
in like the hospice care.
Yeah.
where he gets like some sick thrill out of like watching people die.
Yes.
And slowly like that was a crazy. By the way,
Her revelation was insane.
That Mother Teresa shit's fucking awesome.
I will say
awesome. Okay.
Mother Teresa, and probably because she's a woman, is one of the only iconic characters that their character is completely disparaged and no one looks up to her anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't hear anybody say anything positive about Mother Teresa. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, unless it's like intentionally outdated. Where it's like, what are you, Mother Teresa? And then you just kind of ignore like whatever.
Right.
Because everybody just kind of gets the general premise.
But you know who hasn't, like say Christopher Columbus still gets flowers. And you're like,
who gives him flowers? I guess the Italians.
Actually, I don't think they care about him, actually.
Yeah, the Italians actually specifically don't care about
I
him.
think they do care about him only because he's Italian, nothing more than that.
No, but
he's
like
their only day. Like literally. Like their only day.
Right, but they're annoyed by that. Like they just I've spoken with and they're just like, just give us an Italian Heritage Day. Oh no,
absolutely not.
Yeah,
like what are you doing? Like,
no, absolutely not.
Christopher Columbus is gay.
He's fucking super gay.
Like I think probably actually think that he's gay and therefore is a bad representation.
He's their only holiday. I feel bad for them. We don't have a holiday. Well, we have one now. We have two.
Who?
Yeah,
we
Juneteenth and
we
MLK.
have one specific Juneteenth.
We have Juneteenth and MLK. That's technically ours.
MLK is not. That's just his day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's like king. He's like King Negro. So of course he's like he's like king. If anybody's king, it's him.
King Negro.
He is. He's the most legendary black person ever. It's him and Kuta Kinte.
Him and Kuta Kinte.
The most
The
legendary
fictional
Negroes.
character Kuta Kinte is.
He is
the
actually
king.
not fictional.
Kuta Kinte is not fictional.
He's not fictional.
If that is true,
Alex Haley, the guy that wrote Roots, the story is actually about his family lineage.
Is Don Quixote? Is he
how the
fake?
fuck would they know that?
You could still have records of slavery and stuff like that, and then verbal stories going by. I'm dead serious. It might be some like fiction to it,
I'll look into it.
but like I swear to God, Alex Haley's a real person.
Look,
I thought Kuta Kinte was a Pokemon.
Kuta.
That's insane.
nice.
So what were you saying? What dumb shit were you saying?
I was saying, is Don Quixote a real person? Or is that like that's
I
entirely
think Don
fictional,
Quixote is
right?
a stories. I think he's several people.
Oh, it's like he's like Lincoln.
stitched together.
He's like Lincoln, where he's like a.
No,
that's-
he's a real person. He's just stitched together. It worked.
Oh, literally,
Yeah.
he's a bunch of people stitched together. That's
Yeah,
right.
He's our like he's king Hispanic.
We're still trying to figure out how to do that. It only worked that one time.
Yeah, it's just like a complete freak
Fucking
accident.
Frankenstein ass fucking Hispanic person.
They just stitched together a Hispanic guy. He slipped on
And
an
he just-
acorn or something.
Is
He
Don
like
Quixote-
rode
is Don Quixote
on
Puerto
like a
Rican?
donkey or something, or what was it?
Is Don Quixote Puerto Rican or no? He's
I
Mexican.
don't think
right?
No,
Puerto,
he's
I don't think
fucking-
Puerto, I
he's
don't think
Portuguese.
Puerto Rican isn't technically a.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Actually, I didn't know he was Portuguese. That's impossible. He's
No,
Hispanic.
I'm pretty sure he's Spanish.
He's a Spaniard for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's
Like he's not.
I'm pretty sure he's Spanish.
Puerto Rico's too new relative.
No, he was not in fucking. He was European.
yeah, he's
for
not on an
sure.
island. on a horse?
I thought he was like a Latino proper.
Yeah, what was he like traipsing around Puerto Rico? Like, what would that take him? Like 10 minutes?
On a
Puerto Rico's pretty
on a
small.
horse, it'd take him like an hour.
Let's
and a half.
Yeah.
let me
An
make
hour
sure.
and a half.
Puerto Rico is
Hour and a half.
dude. Actually,
having
probably.
a fucking jaunts going around Puerto Rico, terrorizing these fucking poor Taino people.
Puerto Rico's smaller than New York City.
It's way smaller than New York City. It's much
Wait.
smaller than New York City. It's
Well,
much
New York City.
You know what I just learned?
Not.
it's not even
Manhattan.
big, it's not even bigger than Brooklyn. I'm
I
pretty
didn't
sure.
know that Quixote
No, it's
was
bigger than
spelt
Brooklyn.
with an X.
Yeah,
I actually didn't know.
I know that specifically because I remember being a kid and being fucking confused.
that's
Okay.
that's
Oh,
meso
'cause-
that's meso speak.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
it's
the
also like
CSFX is.
Mexico. I get it.
Yeah.
It's Spanish. So
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah. I just
Nobody
didn't.
cares.
Fucking looks cool.
It does. Like people named Cholo.
I don't know anyone named Cholo.
You don't know anybody named Cholo?
No,
Like the
that's
dogs named Cholos?
That makes sense. I feel like somebody, because usually the parents that were around when Cholos were around hated Cholos, so why would they name somebody Cholo?
That's a Mexican name. Like you're from Mexico.
Mexican.
Oh, I guess so. Okay,
Because
I mean, fair enough.
all of their things have X's in it for
Yeah.
the cool fucking serpent shit.
I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
I think
yeah,
a Little
yeah.
Caesars for Mexicans.
But little
So
serpent.
Mexican.
Mexican.
It'd be like
Ooh,
sopa
we
sopa.
get some crazy bread. I haven't
It'd
had
be
that
like
in a minute.
sopa.
Oh,
You
wow,
haven't had that-
I haven't thought about crazy bread in fucking forever.
Dude, it's like poison, but it's good.
I haven't had that shit in a while.
I'm sure it's poison,
I
but
don't even know if I could taste it.
oh, that's right. Yeah, there's no
You might be able to taste it perfectly. This is not good for you.
Yeah.
This is not as insanely bad, but I can taste it.
Your stomach's gonna feel something. I'll tell you that. You're like,
Anyway, should we move on to some
feels like someone
questions?
shot me.
It feels like someone shot me in my tummy.
I mean, from not having Little Caesars for like years and then having it is probably like a death sentence. I imagine your stomach's gonna fucking hate you.
I haven't had those shoes in a while.
Yeah, it's like why would
I can't
you
even remember the
kind
last
of
time.
thing. Because
I think maybe when I first got out here, maybe.
When we were
because we're
in
like
Glendale.
older adults now. We have some money, and so why would you can buy like if you're gonna buy cheap pizza, you can buy Pizza Hut or Domino's. Like you don't need to buy Little Caesars anymore.
it'd be insane.
Little seizures.
Little seizures.
All
right.
That's a joke that's made all the time.
Yeah, that's an old one. Did you ever get Little Caesars at home, like
No,
back
never,
home in New
never.
York?
Why would I do that?
Exactly.
Why would I do that?
It was always so funny whenever I would drive by one of those places. Like, who the fuck
Who's
is
buying
this?
It's like getting Domino's.
Because it's
at
not even
home.
really
It's
that
like-
much cheaper than a normal pizza
It's cheaper. It's definitely cheaper.
Not really.
It's definitely cheaper.
in the city.
Definitely cheaper. Than
I
a
don't know
full
about
pie,
that.
it's definitely cheaper.
Upstate, a full pie is expensive.
I mean, I don't.
Even in the city, it's full. It's more. It's not wildly more expensive, but it is more expensive. Like a full pie is like what, like $13, $14 when we were like in our early 20s.
Sure.
Those are just like $5. That is technically much more expensive, but like, why would you do that?
There was a place I used to go to that we would get two large pies for 15, and it was like that was dangerous time.
I miss New York only for shit like that.
Anyway,
and the rats.
And the rats.
I miss the rats.
Are cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I've said this multiple times at this point, but like I've seen so many more rats here that I can't even understand.
Really?
Why. Like I don't understand. I think it's because like in New York City they're in the subways or whatever. So like they're more acclimated. So like they know to stay away. And I think it's because people here don't walk as much. People aren't on the street as much. They're driving usually. And so like rats aren't as acclimated to people walking, and so they're not as afraid. So they'll just like, yeah, I'm on the street. I'm in a trash can. I'm rummaging around. I'm screaming at a raccoon. Whatever.
I have definitely seen more rats in New York than I've seen here. But I also I spent my young years in New York City, so I would see them in the subways. I would see them every time I go on the Metro North for 125. I would see rats just on the seat next to me, being like, "Hey, what's going on? You know, I can get a good slice around here." Like this shit, this fucking damn near Master Splinter type shit.
I've seen 3 rats
ever in
New York
really?
City.
I've seen a lot of rats, man.
Although one of them was crazy because one of them came up through the toilet in the Bronx, and I was like, "That's fucking scary. That is a fucking terrifying."
That's gross.
I've heard one coming down the stairs so loudly from thumping. It was so big that I heard it coming down the stairs.
Well, it's a mouse.
No, it was a rat.
Well, what I'm saying is it's an animal. It's not like a fucking roach or something.
Well, it's a lot. I mean, to be fair,
it was making noise.
I mean, you can hear roaches technically if it's quiet.
I've never. What are you talking?
I guess it has to be very quiet.
You've never heard a big roach you never flicked a big roach across the room and then you hear it?
Well, you can hear the thud. Like if a big roach falls or something, yeah, I'll hear it make contact. But I thought you meant it just walking, because I was
footsteps.
I was
my god!
That's yeah.
Ew.
Ayo.
Dude, big roaches scare the fuck out of me. I'm not even afraid of bugs. I'm not genuinely internally afraid of bugs. I like caterpillars. I let a caterpillar crawl on me.
Sure.
I like butterflies.
Caterpillar's not a bug, really.
But they are. But
I know you know what I mean. Yeah.
A roach touching me, I'll be gross, but I won't freak the fuck out.
I feel gross.
Even spiders.
They're diseased up the ass. So
even spiders, right?
Spiders are different.
Spider crawls on me, I'm not gonna freak out. I'll be like, oh, let me get this off me because I don't want it to potentially kill me from biting me. But I'll guide it off of me. But big roaches springing towards me, I teleport out of frame.
Have you had one do that?
Yes, that shit's horrifying.
I've seen.
Why do they hate you?
In our old building where we lived before last, I stomped on one and it sounded like Avalon.
Oh yeah.
I stomped on one because it jumped at me and I freaked out, and I locked eyes when it followed where it landed and stomped on it, and it sounded like somebody opened a can of soda. And I was like, "This is horrifying." It crinkled. It made audible noise, and I was like, "This is so disgusting," and I ran home.
I am so. Whenever I hear about people stepping on bugs and they're making noises, I'm like, because I feel like it has to be so fucking big to make a noise, or have bones.
Yeah, or slow. You know what I mean? You have to almost
slow so you can actually really hear it, not just say something that's really heavy, say that those I forgot what they're called. They have a specific name, but those crates on docks. The
shipping containers?
Shipping containers. If one of those crushed a human, you're gonna hear the sound of the thing smashing, but you're not gonna hear the human crushing because it's just so much weight just flattening it.
I think you will. It won't be allowed.
I think it would have to be very slow to hear.
I think you would hear. I think you would hear the
something
sound,
like that.
I know what you mean.
I think you hear the sound of the person's insides getting shoved out of him.
I don't know.
You might not. I think you would.
I don't think you would, man.
In the idea. All right. First of all, to even
Let's test it out.
To even engineer the situation is insane because you would need something to lift.
Yeah,
a shipping container that is heavy enough to crush a person, then slowly lower it. So there's clearly metal creaking, wires, tension, and then to slowly do it to a person.
a little pushback.
I love the slight pushback. That is always my favorite in everything.
But it's the last bastion of just human excellence. Of you just got this little holy shit. Look what humans could possibly do.
If we could max out our power, we could really do some impressive shit.
He's got a 44,000 ton shipping container. and he's somehow managing just a little bit.
There's a moment where the machine is like stalling, and he's just yeah,
And then it's just done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's me standing in the doorway during the explosion, trying to protect my family.
Well, listen, I wonder about people. That's so stupid. Contained in an explosion, like as if it's like a physical
field that's holding it back.
So dumb.
I think we have power. I think there's power in us. But there's a moment that we can stop it, and
you
we
think,
can figure out how to maximize
you think
that.
you could stop a tornado from spinning?
What about like holding it in place?
You go to the smallest point of it and you grab it, and you're just like holding
You
it.
get it, and then for a second it slows down, and then shreds you. It shreds
Have you guys ever seen?
So dumb.
Have you guys ever seen a tornado?
Yeah.
Like in person?
Yeah.
In Florida, yeah.
Shit's insane.
I saw one.
I really could not
over
believe
there.
it when I first saw it.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's mortifying. You
Yeah.
ever seen a hurricane? A hurricane.
A hurricane?
Hurricane.
You ever seen a hurricane?
No, I've never been in one.
I mean, yeah.
No, have you seen one like the forming of one like over the water?
Oh, well, no, I guess not.
It's terrifying looking. I was in Myrtle Beach and my grandma, so we saw one like in the distance. She was like, "We're leaving." And she gathered us all up. We were supposed to be on vacation as a family. And she was like, "We're leaving."
Was
and
that-
it was like it just looked like darkness, but swirling over the water.
Was that late 90s, early 2000s?
It was definitely 2008 or 9.
Oh, 8.
8 or 9.
I remember seeing like a hurricane, like being in the middle of a hurricane in like late 90s, early 2000s in Florida. And it was like things were going crazy and we were like, all right, we're going to drive away. But I don't remember like what, I'm sure some Floridian will know which hurricane that was.
It's insane, dude. The fucking and they're getting worse. I love it. They're getting worse.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
We're
it's
gonna
cool
get some cool hurricanes?
Shit's getting weird over here too. Where I've been here all my life, and I remember the strongest winds were about 2009 one time. The winds were pretty fucking crazy, but it still was nothing of
Compared to last.
what just happened. And
I
I'm
saw
like,
that
what the
I saw
fuck,
that in our
dude?
comments, right? I was watching something, right, and we were like, "Hey, man, because I uploaded the my solo episode without video, and that's my apology. I should have recorded my videos when I did it.
Yeah.
But I uploaded it, and people were like, "Yeah, man, they're just interested. The last 3 months they've been talking this," and it's like, dude, 2 months ago there was like a huge fire in California. Like a huge situation that people didn't know if they were ever going to stay in their areas.
Yeah.
Sorry about the infrequency in our uploads. I think we've been doing pretty well recently, but like that period of time,
Oh, the fire shit was crazy.
I
people
see.
were thinking about like if their homes were going to be intact.
Oh, sure.
Like
Yeah.
my father-in-law and Lily's my mother-in-law, they were like, "What happens if our homes burn down?
Yeah.
You just have to restart living, and you got to keep paying your mortgage too," which is insane. I didn't know they had to keep paying your mortgage.
I wouldn't do that. What the fuck?
You technically own the property still, even though it's fucking char.
That isn't, yeah, that's
So
fucking-
you know, like it's the people that are paying their mortgages still for not having homes anymore. Just
kind of an argument against buying a home in around this area. You know,
I never.
there are
specific
there
area.
are very few places where I would even feel remotely comfortable buying like a permanent residence. You know what I mean? Like genuinely, what like Montana?
Yeah, I'd buy
Or
one
something?
in Vegas. I'd buy a home in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. I don't think a lot of businesses in like Arizona and Vegas probably because the weather doesn't ever get too extreme. And I'm sure at some point it might, but it will probably be less than
Vegas-
what's happening in other places.
Yeah,
The
Vegas
weather's
weather
not
is
inclement; it's just really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's not inclement weather. It's just it is extreme climate, I guess.
Yeah,
But
it
that's
is.
about it.
It's hostile. It's hostile to humans, but like your property is gonna be fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy a house in Florida. I wouldn't buy a house in California. I wouldn't buy a
Tornado
house.
Alley.
I wouldn't buy a house in Washington. I wouldn't buy
I
a
wouldn't
house.
even do it in New York anymore because of how fucking fucked up the seas. Dude, the cold front that went through there recently is record low colds. Very recent. Like I think it's happening now.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
just
yeah.
Things are. It's so cold. It's insane.
Yeah, and it's like what?
people aren't seeing pigeons because the pigeons are dying.
Yeah, the
And it's like, what the
pigeons-
fuck? Like, what's happening?
The pigeons are going away, which is fucking.
Oh shit! It's
which
killing
is-
the. it's
They're
killing-
the most New Yorkers possible.
so it's
They're
killing
like,
all the plague animals. That's cool.
they're like,
Yeah.
fuck out of here, man. I'm going
Well,
back.
the rats will
fucking
be
east.
fine.
The rats. Oh, because they're barreling.
They'll make a
now.
rat king.
Yeah,
They'll just warm up with the rat kings.
and just get bigger and bigger.
yeah.
Until they resurface.
They'll make rat kings out of pigeons.
Can you imagine?
There'll
I
be
can,
flying
actually.
rat kings.
I can very vividly imagine it.
Hey guys, did you guys have a? This is. It just reminded me because we're talking about pigeons. A video has been going on people's recommended on YouTube, where it's just called Hawk Tua, and it's like a 17-year-old video, and all it is this guy. I can't remember what it might be somewhere in the New England area. I can't remember, but it's just a hawk eating a pigeon.
Whoa.
It's like on this like looks like a chimney or something, and it's just holding a pigeon down, just going to town on it. But it's called Hawk Tua.
That's so weird.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "This nigga knew something before we did." And the people were trying to figure out what does this mean, and it's just randomly circulating because it made it onto my recommended. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Is that bitch still around?
Actually, I don't know.
I don't know. I know she got in trouble with like a crypto thing.
Yeah,
but that was
she
the last.
came back for she came back for a second to do a episode. I guess it wasn't supposed to go live, and they fucked up. What's that idiot? FaZe Banks, because he's like into all the crypto shit. Because obviously,
Of course.
yeah. And I hate that there was like so many scumbags I used to talk to, and it grosses me out.
Oh, really?
I just talked to that idiot.
FaZe Banks?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How do you know FaZe Banks?
He randomly he was one of the people. He's probably FaZe Banks was like kind of like a wigger, you know. To where I think he just saw me and he's like, I want to connect with the black guy. Yeah.
I'm curious.
Well, he's one of those white dudes that like try to be a little urban and shit.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But
So
he reads that way.
I think he saw me and he just gravitated towards me because he just wanted like some like cred, and I'm like, I'm the wrong guy, dude. I'm like, it's not.
Yeah.
There's
no cred here at all.
Yeah, there's none. Fucking what was that guy? That fucking creep now. Adam 22.
Oh yeah.
Like that. Like I fucking did a Twitter trash with him.
That's right.
Yeah, and hung out with like some of these weird fucking friends, and they were doing that like cup thing. It was like really popular for a while. You remember the ball cup thing?
The ball in a cup?
Yeah,
that Mexican
from like
game?
the Depression?
Yeah, whatever that thing is. You win the
like
ball,
Mexican game,
it
yeah.
has the string, and you have to like
Yeah, you catch the ball.
catch the ball. And I was like, that was like a big thing. And I was like, what the hell is going?
When was that? That's like a Great Depression era game.
You're telling me
It was sort of popular in the 2010s, I think.
Are you serious?
it made a comeback. It's just like at some point when I was in high school, hacky sack. It made a comeback.
Oh, right.
And there was all these groups playing hacky sack. And I'm like, why are you?
A lot of our friends played hacky sack.
Did they? And I was,
Yeah.
but to me, I'm like, guys, this is like,
don't remember.
this is like cat activities. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this is fun for 2 minutes tops.
This is what you did before you had Resident Evil.
You
know
you
what I'm
guys have
saying?
played,
What are you
Ultimate
doing?
Frisbee and shit? I played Ultimate Frisbee and like
Absolutely. I didn't. No, I played football.
I played football too, but like I played Ultimate Frisbee because I didn't want to fucking
You
hurt
said
my
that like,
friend.
no, I'm not gay.
That was the implication.
I mean, I played football too, but like when I didn't want to get fucking landed on, I'd play like Ultimate Frisbee and
well,
shit.
see,
you
we
know?
were stupid, and the teachers were like, don't do it, you'll get injured, and we like, hurt ourselves still.
Playing tackle
We
football.
tried to do-
that shit turned me off immediately. I was like, this is so insane having someone run into you
Yeah.
for an hour and a half a night. No,
I remember having friends of mine. We tried to put together like an Ultimate Frisbee league, and then we got sued.
By
What?
Frisbee?
Yeah, because Frisbee is like a brand, and so you're supposed to call it Ultimate Flying Disc.
You're lying, right?
No, well, I'm lying, but like I'm
up.
also I'm 50% lying.
So there's truth
I'm
to it. You
50%
can't-
lying.
You can't call it flying disc, or what is it? What part
It
is
is
a lie?
like Frisbee is a brand, so like technically like every flying
Right.
disc is not a Frisbee.
Right.
Like it's like Band-Aid almost.
Right. Band-Aid's a brand.
And so like there are places where like it's just like this is Ultimate Flying Disc, and you can't call it Ultimate
That's
Frisbee.
crazy. I definitely played.
But we did not get
Frisbee.
sued as fucking 14-year-olds.
you
Just by
imagine?
Yes, in way
by
too deep.
Jonathan Frisbee or whatever
Jonathan
the fuck his name is.
Yeah, I
With
definitely
his
played
fucking
Ultimate
frisbee helicopter
Yeah.
came down.
I thought it was mad.
He's in a Frisbee?
He's just with his finger.
I hear you're infringing on my copy.
He's floating around, twirling at you.
He's fucking losing. He's so dizzy. Because he can only fly in a Frisbee.
That's hear that, man.
dumb.
I miss playing. That shit was fun as fuck. I had a good time
Frisbee
playing
was
Frisbee.
kind of cool. Guys, are boomerangs real?
Yes.
Have you ever? I've never got it to come
Okay, so
back.
hold on. Let
I've
me
seen a real boomerang, like a weapon
let me
one.
reinforce what he's saying. I know exactly what you mean when you
I've
say
never
that.
seen real boomerang.
No.
No,
That's not necessarily
no.
what I'm saying. But like, I understand what you mean. Where like when I see a boomerang active,
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me
dude,
at all. And I also just don't understand the impetus in creating it. Like,
They're weapons. No, they were. I've played with real boomerangs.
It was probably fun, like both things,
Yeah,
right? It's fun, but it also can really hurt, I guess.
It'll kill the fuck out of somebody.
it'll kill the fuck out of you, I would imagine. Like,
I've played a real boomerang. I've seen one of them. I've never really threw one because I was scared. I didn't want to. Like, my friend was like, "You got to put a glove on. You have to put your arm up and catch it. But if you fuck up, it'll hit your arm and it'll hit the fuck out of your arm. It can break your arm." And I've played with a real slingshot. Real slingshots are insane what they can do.
Yeah,
to things,
absolutely. Because they're also
they're guns, basically.
They're damn near. They're
the
prototypes.
pressure is like it's
insane.
Yeah, it's like a lot of those things like real shit versus the toy. I know toy boomerangs don't fucking work at all. I understand that, but I was just like, it's so weird to me. But shout out to the Aborigines. No, they made a lot of weird shit. They made a lot of weird shit.
I had like a native friend who he had like a fucking real boomerang, and that shit was crazy.
could he actually like throw it and catch
But
it?
he'd have like a sort of glove thing on.
Yeah, it's like a falconer fucking
I
glove.
guess so. You might as well have a fucking falcon.
He had might as go have a pet, have a fucking war beast,
A
have
fucking
a war dog.
falcon with
a boomerang.
yes.
I think that's so stupid.
That's the ultimate war tool. It's just like, and then it's throwing boomerangs at people and catching it and shit. It's pecking their eyes out.
I feel like
it's amazing.
Can't catch it because birds weigh so little. The boomerang will come back with the torque and hurt the bird.
It'll probably kill the bird.
Yeah, like it hurt the bird.
You only get to use it once.
having like, I just think the idea of a man equipped with beasts and simple weapons is peak human. Like having a dog, having a spear, a horse, a nice boomerang of some sort.
A dog and a horse?
Yeah.
A dog and a horse is the dog on the horse too, or
No, the dog's by his horse's
I
side.
feel like they're two similar animals.
I know they're both.
yeah, you can only have
quadrupedal.
one mount.
You can only summon one of them at a time.
Yeah.
And for travel, you summon your horse.
I'd have a horse
And then
and-
for combat, you summon your dog.
I actually want to mount my dog.
Nigga just said that. But like if I could have like a giant doggy, I guess that'd be.
If I could
cool.
have a horse and a falcon or something. That's
badass.
that's iconic.
And the
That's a
fucking
great idea.
falcon just sitting on top of the horse's head, just like
Yeah.
gliding and
Its
shit.
nails clawed into its skull.
And the horse is like, enduring it because it's a badass horse too. So it's just.
The horse is in such a bad mood.
Horse is pissed. But he doesn't understand who's to blame.
Fucking hurts. What the fuck is this?
My human needs this, so I have to do it, but it really doesn't feel. It's
The horse-
bleeding its own
the
eyes.
horse- The horse goes,
It takes off his.
ew, it takes its horseshoes off. I
Yeah,
always hated that, the image of that.
that's great.
The deer taking off its freaking things. And
Have we done
for
any
adventure time.
questions or
No, I was gonna get into it.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's
We should get into our questions over at patreon.com/snarktank. Remember, you can go over there and ask your questions, and then we'll answer them probably.
$5?
In all likelihood. Now I know that we have some audience, and I think I've noticed this generally. This is happening generally in different places too. It's happening on Sacred as well. A lot of the tariff stuff. There's some Canadians who have had to, unfortunately, we're pulling out. I get it.
Interesting.
I've seen it happen. I just want to say, yeah, fuck this place.
Like, are they boycotting American products?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, and some people have said like, yeah, we'll come back when things are fucking whatever.
Once
It's
they
like,
know what's going on.
yeah, and I get it.
Well, I mean, for the other reasons, it's a little premature. I'm be honest, but if you're just boycotting, I completely understand because
Right, yeah.
you don't need any like preemptive. You're just like, nah, I can't support the American products. I'm like, I would be doing the exact same thing.
I get it. I get it. Fuck you for like making my life a little harder, but like also I get it. You know,
Yeah.
I get it. Stand on business.
I did want to mention that because
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I get it.
But anyway, so Schlumpy wrote in.
Schlumpy.
And he says, in a recent episode, Chris made the erroneous claim that Breaking Bad ended and it's still good. Better Call Saul ended and it's still good. There's no bad Better Call Saul spinoff in relation to the DBZ still airing. While I agree with the statement, you are wrong and gay. Go look up Slipping Jimmy this instant. That's right. I did forget about
The show
this.
that Kim was a kid.
Yeah, there was like some fucking weird.
Slipping Jimmy?
Yeah, so there's like
Animated thing, right?
it's like 4 episodes or something of like some like animated show that like they I don't know, AMC just signed off on,
a
and it's
webtoon.
terrible. It is
silly.
terrible.
Slipping
Jimmy.
That sounds
It's mad
wrong.
silly.
No, it's real.
That sounds
You can look it up right now. Like, look it up. Actually, it is actually.
Slipping Jimmy sounds like some
I thought it was
pervert.
funny.
It sounds like a pervert or something. Oh, it's fucking,
Because that was his name in Better Call Saul.
There goes Slipping Jimmy.
It was Slippin' Jimmy.
I know.
But
Let me see.
yeah, like I did forget about that. My bad. However, I do want to mention that is
2 out of 10. Damn, 2.7 out of 10.
it's really bad. It's like some animated sitcom about like young
Saul Goodman.
Saul Goodman.
Looks
who
like
the fuck-
Comedy Central.
Yeah, it looks like Lil Bush or something like that.
Presents Slippin' Jimmy. The other fucking.
Yeah, he's got a little.
You guys ever see the clip? You guys ever see the clip of the Better Call Saul in Japanese?
No,
You've never seen the Better Call Saul Japanese?
no. Why would it? What are you talking?
It sounds hilarious.
What do you mean by that? Like so it's a Japanese dub of Better Call
Yeah.
Saul? What scene? Is it the chicanery scene where they're in the courtroom?
I think it is that scene. Let me see.
What are you doing? Hero- Arimasu. Did you find it?
Hey,
1 second.
so hey.
Anyway, I just wanted to mention that because you are right. I did forget about Slippin' Jimmy, as of course one would.
Yeah, it looks awful.
What is that? Okay, so it's okay. It's
I love how animated he is.
okay. Yeah, it's. This is not.
Is it?
This is just a different language.
Can I
yeah.
ask you a question? Turn off. We get it. Unless they was about to power up or something.
Okay, it's like a Destiny in Japanese. Freaking what's his name? The Battle Master. One Horn.
I don't know.
Shax.
Okay,
Shaq.
Lord Shax in Japanese
Lord
sounds
Shack?
insane 'cause he's so fucking hype.
but you do understand that that's because we don't speak Japanese.
Oh yeah, of course.
I want to. So this is the question I want to ask you. Is it? Do you think the people that always say that the subs or the original is superior, are they referring to the emotion that's coming out? Do you think it's
Probably
that?
very likely
I
that.
think
Yeah.
so. I think a lot of it is ultimately it's people. And to be fair, like the original dub is probably in all likelihood, like 9 times out of 10, it is probably going to be better than like whatever dub you're going to get in some other country because it's the original fucking obviously. Like the English version of Breaking Bad is the best version of that show probably. You know, you're probably not going to get like a Spanish dub that's particularly on.
That's going to
point.
be like better.
You know?
It rarely happens. I
Yeah, so
imagine.
maybe on occasion it could happen. Like I would argue that like the English dub of like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are fucking really good. Like specifically just from an actor perspective.
I think that's the thing. I think it's all just simply the quality of the voice actors.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think oftentimes the Japanese voice actors are just better than a lot of places.
do you actually see? This is my question.
I feel like oftentimes
when I listen to them, like it a lot of times because I'm trying to be objective, it reminds me of what I just heard, where they're just very passionate, and sometimes in scenes where I'm like, hey, can you like dial it back a little bit? Like I'm looking at the character, say anime. I'm looking at the character, and the character is kind of being very calm, but the voice is like a lot more harder.
Yeah.
It just more and more engaging.
It would be like
think,
it would be like Mike Ehrmantraut if he was like Kundakataka Kuriya.
Yes, that's
that's not Mike
But, like-
Ehrmantraut at all.
it's just like, but so they're gonna use I know who they're gonna use for Mike Ehrmantraut. It's the same guy. He's like he has this very deep. I don't know who his.
I know
I don't know his
exactly-
name
I
is.
know exactly
But
who
he's
you
in
mean.
like he's like really famous, and like they would use him. But he's so like, I just feel like this. It's so engaging, and I guess it would be better to ask this question with somebody who's just native, speaks the language, and it's like, you speak English and Japanese, and like, give me your take on just like how they performed it, and not.
I know a total of 2 people that speak Japanese.
Yeah.
Ever. No, not ever. I know that person's sister, but I'm only friends with 2 people that speak Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know anyone personally. Like adjacent to some people that spent time and then they picked up the language. I don't know them really. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them.
Yeah.
So I can't really actually talk to somebody, and because there's always been that trope that like say the dubs, because I feel like dubs are pretty good now. And
For the most part.
when I listen to old, I'm talking about old back in the day, and why
they're
I think
painful.
they're fucking so bad because they hire like one person to do everyone's voice. A lot of times they would just
Sure.
be terrible way back in the day, and I feel like a lot of people are still going off of that and saying that like, the dubs are. So I'm like, I don't.
There's a performativeness to the idea of just like, oh, it's an English dub, so it's bad. It's like, I don't think we're in that era anymore.
I don't think so.
I think what happens is that the English dub is gonna always probably have some heartbeats or kick-ups when there's just not like, because you have to go, if you're gonna make English dub, you have to go and actually alter the video to a degree, I think, as well too.
You specifically can't actually.
Well, you should. So things sync up a little better. So things have like the proper sort of punch, and when you're saying it, that's why I think dubs in general have a little bit less.
I see what you're
there's
saying.
A little,
about
there's
that.
a little bit of there's more difficulty to like execute it the best possible way.
I understand what you're saying with that. It's to me, it's up to the translators to make it fit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If they do a bad job of that, then the actor's fucked. The actor's
But like
fucked.
I think I don't know. One of our closest friends is you're one of your good friends too is a voice actor, and every piece he does is very good. So I'm like, I think now like that's falling on dead ear a little bit more. I think I just like watching sub.
What do you prefer?
More. I think I like
You like watching
sub
sub more?
now because I'm so used to it.
Okay.
It's not that it's like better or anything. I'm just like
You're just used to it. I think that's how
grew up watching
JoJo is.
it.
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
She's so used to just watching like the OG and just throwing the subtitles on it. Like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Because when I was younger-
I'd
I can do
rather-
it sometimes, but like I'm just like,
My problem is I multitask, man.
right.
Yeah.
And it's just like I'm not gonna.
Like I can't
I'm
fucking read it.
basically
I'm
not-
missing everything.
Yeah, I'm basically not watching it if I'm
you're
watching
fucking
it on sub.
Yeah.
Because I get it. Because like that's how I watched. That's how I used to watch anime when I was younger. When I was like in my teens, I'd watch anime. Everything would be subbed. Because that's back when things would take forever to come out dubbed, especially too.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, I guess I'm just gonna watch this now. I guess.
Yeah.
But I do miss it.
Fair.
Oh, interesting. What do we got here?
Curious.
Curious. Okay, but seriously, what the hell is wrong with KSI's forehead rodent?
It's crazy.
What's wrong with? I'm the idiot. It's a 6 head. That's all.
That's
crazy.
a 46 head, man. Like,
Dude, it's
I have a big forehead. That guy's forehead is outrageous.
Yeah. I got like a 5.5. I think.
I have a 3 head.
You're like,
I have, I have a particularly
dude.
small forehead.
You have a Marcus Phoenix forehead.
You have a mark, dude. That's crazy.
No, I don't. Stop. That's
You
crazy.
do.
You do.
though.
You
I had a
it's the same.
fucking faded line. My hairline was so far back when I was young. I don't know what they were doing. Like, why were they doing that to me?
They want to give you more forehead, I guess.
For what purpose?
To give you
look
an actual.
fucking weird.
Stop! I don't look weird. I just have a small forehead. I just have a regular. It's like a 3 head.
Hey, it's all good, man. You got it. You got
It's
it.
not even. It's
not
like
even-
a
it's a
2.5.
Dude, you got it.
It's a
2.5. You got it. 2.5 head for sure.
You're like a dog tail forehead.
Mine, now that my hairlines are receding a little bit right here, so it definitely looks even worse.
I gotta.
But, like-
I don't know why. I don't know why he would line me up like that, and I'd be back here, and I'm like,
That's
I guess
dope.
I
Maybe-
have a terrible fucking hairline.
Maybe your head got squished.
Oh, that's
don't
probably.
know.
Did you get like uppercutted at some point?
Several.
That can't happen.
Several.
If you get uppercutted, it can move your hairline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also move your brain out of place.
Everything
Yeah,
just,
yeah. Well,
stays in place.
When you get hit, you get that fucking scrunch face from getting hit, and your face stays like that. And you're like,
Did you ever? Did you ever like fall asleep in like a tanning bed?
yeah, that's why I'm black.
Because that'll like melt, kind of like.
I've never even. Chris, do you know a single black person that's used a tanning bed in their life?
I don't know. So I don't
That
know
would
if I
be
know
kind of
anybody.
insane.
I don't know if I know anybody who's sat in a
Well,
tanning bed.
you know a few people.
Well, I don't.
You know a few people.
I don't know of it.
No?
I guess.
Yeah, but no, I've never. That's insane.
That would be very
You
funny.
should go. You should-
Especially you.
I would just get
That'd
cancer.
be so funny.
I'd probably just get myself cancer.
So
No, you're blocked. Your skin. You're not getting skin cancer. No way.
I hope not.
Not you.
no,
That'd be.
You'll
If
get,
you
like-
got skin cancer, that'd be crazy. Actually.
No. You're gonna get
I
like
know
a heart
it's
attack.
possible. Yeah, the heart attack. Sure.
Yeah,
Like even me, I'd be very upset if I got skin cancer. I'm like, what's the point of my skin then? What is
Yeah.
the point?
You roll
I think
back.
about that in general. About like just this. when I realized that the sun could give you cancer, I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
This is like a really dumb.
I think we're very obviously not native to Earth. I think like the creatures that like
no, well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think humans what predate like the bacteria that whatever that landed here that became life.
Yeah, where are we from? Which
was
one?
just not from here. I don't know, probably somewhere else.
Why would you
galaxy?
say
No,
that?
tell me.
What
Name which one. Name the galaxy we're from.
I don't know, nigga.
Come on, no, name it.
I don't know, fucking far away, fucking a land before time.
Why?
The laboratory, the land before time galaxy.
Because to me, I remember that being like the sobering moment where I was like, oh, because you always hear that like, especially growing up in like a church environment, you'd always hear like, oh, it's this place is perfect
it's made for us.
You know?
No.
I was
And
like,
it's
where?
and it's like the sun gives you cancer. That
Where?
alone, that was all I needed.
Yeah.
You know? To me, it's
Gravity
just like,
hurts you eventually.
Oh yeah, it crushes us. It's crushing us at all moments.
The oxygen, the thing that we breathe in the most, too much of it will kill you.
yeah, it's all attacking.
More than half the planet is uninhabitable for us.
It's most of the
Well,
planet
yeah.
is
Not even
uninhabitable.
Not even
The
over
vast
that,
majority.
because most of the temperatures are not meant for people at all. And then the places that are like the ocean, we can't be there.
It's one of
And
those
then
things.
the temperatures of places, we can't just live there either.
Look, man.
we're foreign.
No,
We're
but
just here.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I remember being a kid and being like, "This is not really adding up, dude." Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm. And then like what really got me was like, I'm allergic to the trees.
Oh yeah.
And we're like, what are we doing? Who's convinced by any of this?
We're
Yeah.
not meant to be here.
It's,
we just
it's
ended
one of those
up
things
here.
that you can say and then you cannot think about it for 5 seconds. Right? Like,
Right,
this is
yeah.
perfect, and then you just gotta leave it alone. Because otherwise, it was like when I thought like, oh, being a porn star would be dope. And then my substitute teacher immediately dismantled that.
He was like, "Really?
It's
You
like,
want to
yeah, no.
be a
Your substitute teacher dismantled
My
that for
subs-
you?
yeah.
You were that dumb kid. What do you want when you grow up?
Yeah.
I want to be a
I'm gonna
fucking
be a
porn
fucking
star,
man.
sling
I'm
cock."
like probably like 15 or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be a porn star. That shit would be dope. And he's like, nah. And then within probably a minute, he completely shattered that. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds
What did he
awful.
say?
Well, he's like, hey, have you ever thought about like, yeah, have you ever thought about that as a career? Like seriously? And then he was like, all right, so you're gonna be in a room with extremely hot lights. A bunch of people are staring at you. You're gonna have fucking a script. You're gonna have like he was basically breaking down like all like probably I don't know if he worked on a set and he was just having flashbacks or something.
He was blind.
And he was just talking about like if you've ever done anything like what we do, you have a slight idea. Now put fucking into that scenario, and it's like, oh yeah, that actually sounds terrible. Like
Your
being
substitute teacher told you this?
Yes, he did. So he was the soccer. He was the cross country guy, and he would do substitute teaching. And this was my English class, so English 2.
Man, that's a dangerous conversation to have. Like
I brought it up to be fair.
right, but you understand, right?
Yeah, it's not great to touch.
in 2015, like your substitute English teacher,
job- no fucking
your
way.
Your job's gone. Your job's
yeah,
gone.
telling you like, don't do porn. Like even if that was good advice, which it is, it's like you don't talk to them about that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yes. Oh, so my era, absolutely.
What was this, like 90, early 90?
So if I was
late
2004,
2000s, yeah.
Oh,
2003,
okay.
2004, around
That's
there.
still pretty surprising.
Yeah, it's well.
But I get it.
Around this
I
time-
remember that time.
Some of the teachers were still pretty openly like, oh yeah, we know these teachers are banging students, kind of a thing.
Oh, dude.
That was still
I
happening.
had a chance to bang one of my teachers and I just didn't because he fucked other kids in the school and I was like, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, I didn't.
I should have done it.
That never. So the female teachers.
No, you shouldn't have.
I know. She was hot. I should have. Especially me at that time when I was going through. Remember the clip? You saw the clip that got shared of when I talked to my cousin. I was like, "Yeah, nigga, you not gay, man. You just."
Oh yeah.
You just a nigga. You figured it out.
Right.
Me at that age
What are you
doing that
talking-
would have just been way
Oh,
more
yeah, you'd be
damage
fucking
on my
insane now.
psyche.
You'd be insane
on my
now.
young psyche.
You would have killed someone by now.
Yeah, you would have been like your own Casey Anthony.
Yeah, or you would have actually. Been
How would I have killed myself?
Yeah.
No, you probably would have just, I don't know, found a kid and killed it.
Or you would have turned into that actual police sketch. That would have been you.
Just
Like you.
that's the fucking Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde version of
That-
me. That's
that
the
is
fucking,
the-
Wait, we
You are
immediately...
that.
Wait, I'm
you're
I'm
Dr.
the Mr.
You're
Hyde.
Mr. Hyde.
I'm the Mr. Hyde. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
The other me must be really. That must be a good
That's
guy.
a good guy. He just looks like evil. You know, he's. hey, you want some candy for real? You know, like he actually wants to offer like kids candy and
Right.
stuff.
He's got a van full of candy and he means it.
He means it.
Yeah.
He's got candy and vaccines and puppies for
He's got,
free
he's
with
got
all
an
the
he's got an
shots.
LLC. He's got a van with like a good like a logo on it.
Yeah. It's not busted.
It's all
at
set up. It's
He's
all
got
like
cards. There's nothing sketchy about it. Very lit areas. Very much so engage the parents first before asking the kids to come over.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, here you go. Here's a puppy that I signed for. What you call? Here will be all the food and everything the child is gonna need to have a particular diet.
Right.
And
So
then
this
it's
is
like,
your-
But he just
the
looks like-
N-word. My face constructs back.
That's him. And then you just walking by with a live leak shirt, just looking normal.
I can't wait for death and destruction.
so this is your Dr. Jekyll?
That's my
Yeah, that's your Dr. Jekyll.
Me being imagine finding out that you're the fucking
Mr. Hyde.
You find out that you're the bad version
What if
of
you're
you.
what if it's just Dr. Hyde and Mr. Hyde?
Dr. Hyde and Miss. How does
Yeah.
that work?
You're just the same. You're just
So I guess you.
you turn into a different person, but like it's basically the same.
What's the point of it then? That's such reductive storytelling.
All
that
right,
was the-
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Jekyll. Sorry,
Mr. Jekyll.
That's so like imagine this whole concept was just like not itself. It was just the same thing. Instead of it being a Venn diagram, it's just like
Steven
a
diagram.
circle. It's just a circle.
It's just a circle slightly
Extended.
moved over.
Yeah.
This one is afraid of the dark.
99.9%
Yeah, that's the difference.
eclipsed.
It's like two criminals, but one of them is afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
a great
it.
story.
Yeah, it's a great. I think it would be a great film.
You go from a murder rapist to a murder rapist who doesn't like swimming.
Did you see that they caught Jack the Ripper? Did you see that?
They didn't catch him.
They
He's been
caught
caught.
Jack the.
Yeah, they did.
They caught Jack the Ripist.
He's fucking bones at this point. Just.
He's dust.
Yeah, but they got him.
You got me.
They found out exactly who it was.
Yeah.
It's actual factual.
Well, I mean, from what I heard, yeah, they seem to have got it. Some guy.
Put him in
I
court.
like the idea. I like the idea of the imagination
Did
where it
we-
was a woman.
Did we not talk about this?
We did last
We
week.
did.
I was just. I was
But
like,
I
wait a
was
minute.
impaired. And I
Okay.
wanted to
I like
bring
it
up
being
again.
a woman. I wish a woman was Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing twist.
Ooh,
If it turned out-
Jacqueline
Jacqueline the Ripper?
Jacqueline. Yeah.
Dude, that'd be a
She'd let them fuck her, and then she would just fucking squirt on them and then cut them open.
okay. Well, we're gonna move on
That
now.
was the next question.
Yeah. So we got carried away by KSI's stupid forehead. So
blinds
what the
over
hell's wrong with KSI's forehead wrote in? He says, "Sup my politically incorrect racial epithets. Gonna write this one again because y'all hearted it, but didn't read it last month. That was probably my bad. Not a question, but more or less a follow-up on how names can determine how a person will develop. I agree that a name like Simon will most likely lead a person to become a nerd/geek.
Yeah.
I also believe that the same name could influence a person differently depending on the country they're born. For example, if someone's named Simon in Colombia, pronounced as Simon,
Simon, yeah.
Simon, they are
Simon,
more akin to become a rebel because they might be influenced by Simon. What is it? Bolivar? I don't even know. The man who led the rebellion against the liberation of Panama, Ecuador, and Colombia, etc.
Yes.
That is true. Yeah, pronunciation is, I would argue, the main key of it,
Yes.
right? Where it's like Simon.
You know.
You got it.
Simon.
Simon.
Yeah, and like say over here, that's nerdy as fuck. In
Yeah.
UK, it's very standard. There's a
Right.
billion Simons over there, just regular guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even just something like
Simon.
Christopher. Like my name is just so like bland or whatever.
Right.
But like if I was like in Spain, like I feel like Cristobal. Like hearing it with that like intonation would be a lot more like
Your dick
exciting
would
to
be
me.
bigger for some reason.
Yeah, my dick would be like 12 times bigger, so it would be 4 inches. And,
That is the most micro. I'm so sorry.
hey man, you know,
I wish I was good at doing math in my head,
I'm still sleeping.
so I could be like, how big is your dick? I have to do it on the
12 times. What
calculator.
would be 12
I have to
times?
divide it by fucking 12.
Yeah, I don't even know how you would
I
even
don't know
do
what
it.
that is.
You gotta divide it by
It's so-
1200%.
It's so menial that it's not even worth doing at that point. Like 12 divided by 4? Is that what it would
It's
be?
multiplied by 1200%.
That's
it.
fucking crazy. I'm too bad at math to
Basic
even
math.
begin.
It's
I don't know how
You
to
guys
do
are
it.
like, oh,
No, I
wait a
don't
minute.
know what the answer is in my
I spec
head.
all my
the
stuff.
answer.
I spec all my stuff out and do understanding language and writing and not misspelling every fucking thing that
Yeah,
exists.
dude.
But I can't do math at all.
I spec mine out into being fucking obscenely schizophrenic on purpose.
You spec yourself into schizophrenia on purpose?
I'm not here.
All right, well,
I'm not here so much so that you're not here that I'm not here. You don't even know you're not real yet. You think you're real. I'm so schizophrenic. You think you're real.
no, yeah. I mean, I do think the phonetics of a name is technically more important than the name, I guess.
Yeah. If you're from a place,
But it's
with an
arguably like, what's the difference
at
Yeah.
that moment.
at that point?
If your name is the N word in the future, where N word's kind of cool.
What do you mean?
Like if your name is the N word, and it's like but in the future,
Like not even
that-
with like an accent or nothing?
no, it's just your name is it.
Yeah, when's that gonna happen? You
You
think
should do it. You should do it first.
I should?
You could
do it first.
be the first
You should name your kid.
I mean,
the
if
first
you're-
brick out of the wall of the Berlin Wall of that slur.
Oh, this shit is
you're
fun.
the trendsetter, Derek. Go ahead.
Yeah, even though it's your idea, like
Yeah. I'm blessing you with the idea.
You're oh, okay.
He's
I'm
actually being-
I'm Prometheus, and I'm giving you fire.
Oh,
Right.
you're so generous.
Yeah, here.
Oh, thank you so
Here,
much.
Here, take it and run.
Here, name your kid a slur. Here.
And then my
Here's my
fucking-
gift to you. Name your kid a slur. Here, hurry up.
and my kid, the N word, is gonna figure out be the first real necromancer and figure out how to resurrect people. And what he's gonna do
He's gonna resurrect-
is gonna kill you by cutting out your liver and resurrecting you every day. Since you want to, be Prometheus for real.
Exactly. I have the fucking birds chew on my liver every day, and I'll be like, I'm so happy I made you, N-word. You're here because of me.
Is that the story of Prometheus? He gets
Yeah.
his.
He's actually a good dude, and he got fucked
He
over.
gifts the humans with the knowledge of fire.
Well, I know that. Yeah,
Yeah, and then he was
That's
like,
all I know about him.
You
though.
stupid bitch. And then,
and the
then
gods
he makes,
trip on him
Yeah.
because he did a good thing for humans. And
he's like,
punish
hey,
him.
we didn't want them to be this cool nigga. And then yeah, so now he gets eaten
Every day.
His liver eaten every day.
That's fucking a little.
It's really
excessive.
fucked up.
It's a little extreme.
What makes it funny is that in history, it's so insane how history is so heavily misconstrued. Because like in history, Hades wanted nothing to do with that, and they made him be involved.
What are you talking about? History.
Not history, in mythology.
Well, yeah, I mean,
still historical,
technically
technically.
it is
It's
history.
historical.
Yes. At a certain point, people thought this was real.
Yeah, so it's like you choose, or else I'm gonna do something worse to him. And he's like, "Bro, what? Why me, my nigga? What?
All right,
I'm just trying to live."
Hey, just want to.
I really want to get to this question.
Oh, we haven't finished the question.
Insane.
This is well. The question was just like bringing up the names. I
Yeah.
guess.
Let's hear it.
But I cannot. I don't want to forget this
Okay.
Do
because
it.
this is good, and I think we got some pretty good answers. I think for this. PP bone me now. Got 6 dicks in my ass, and I'm thinking maybe, and it cuts off.
All right.
That's the name. He wrote in. He says, "Excuse me, or excuse the double dip, but if you could put a 3-minute gay sex scene in any movie."
Mm.
What would be the best movie for the most cultural impact?
Oh, that's easy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very easy.
What do you think
for
it
me.
is?
So when we talk about cultural impact,
I got a perfect one.
it's gonna
but
be
like you-
fucking Star Wars: A New Hope. It's gonna be, if you suck me now, I am gonna be the gayest. Basically, it's instead of being like he's gonna be more powerful than you can imagine. It's just they just fuck for 3 minutes. Well,
yeah. And then he disappears into
and then
clothes.
he fucking he's gone.
That movie would never succeed, and you know how different history would look very different without Star Wars, which is a crazy thing to think about, but it's really true.
Either that or we become less bigoted much quicker.
Huh. How
they're-
so?
Because everybody was already captured by all of the cool space shit that was happening. It's like, this is fucking amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
Enraptured
And they've
by it.
also never seen anything like a 3-minute gay sex scene.
Yeah.
And there's like,
Would you
What's
do it tastefully or would you do it really gratuitously?
so I'm thinking to keep it in the lore, it'll be like a robot dick, right?
Okay.
And then like say, Ben's just gonna lift up his cloak just a little bit, just to expose his butt cheeks just a little bit. So it'll be kind of softcore.
Right. Okay.
So it will be a little tasteful. But the thing is, James Earl Jones is gonna be like really, it's gonna be getting louder. They're gonna increase the decibels and stuff like like every minute. So it's just like really so it's like
I
really,
hate how I feel like that's a very accurate impression of whatever that would sound like.
especially how he sounded in the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like really more of James Earl Jones.
Yeah, the first movie isn't as filtered.
And Vince just,
I like how he sounds in the last two movies the most.
Ew. Cause I don't know. He has like a very whimsical.
Oh, Alec Guinness?
Yeah, he's like,
I talk as if I'm a pixie falling down the hill.
Yeah. Give it to me, nigga. Give it to me, black nigga.
He's
Give
not
it to me,
black.
black.
He's not black.
Give it to me,
Canon.
black robot.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, which one would it be
Yeah.
for you?
Oh man, I don't know. Star Wars really like a kind of
Powerful.
Yeah.
That's a really good one because I think it's the best answer because it would
Bitch making out the mask.
Yeah.
He's fucking tonguing that shit.
I have a good one.
Go ahead.
Forrest Gump.
Oh, where?
Forrest Gump.
Still haven't seen that movie.
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs, and he starts sucking the fuck out of his dick. He's like, you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan, and he just like fucking throws him on the bed.
Oh my God.
Lieutenant Dan hits the bed with his little fucking legless ass.
Like in the
And he
hospital?
no, not in the hospital.
Oh.
When he's in New York and he's gonna fuck the girls,
Oh, and that.
and they leave. Like, how you got no legs? He falls off the bed. And he has to climb back on there, and then Forrest's like, "I'll help you out, Lieutenant Dan."
Hey,
and he starts blowing the fuck out of him.
He just fucks him, and then
He sucks it so hard he grows legs.
he gets AIDS and dies
Whoa.
instead of
Oh shit! Because he's gay and AIDS.
yeah.
I forgot that was lore.
Well, I mean, like his love interest
She gets hep,
allegedly.
actually. It's hep.
We all say
It's
AIDS.
Yeah.
Like,
It's AIDS, and she was fucking black people. It was definitely AIDS.
yeah, she
crazy.
was fucking all the niggas in the Black Panther.
She was getting tossed
Dude,
around.
it's a great fucking movie, dude. You gotta watch it.
Which one?
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump?
Yeah,
I think I get it,
I really think you should watch it. It's like it's
I know I
actually
should.
not
really
saying that
good.
movie's pretty crazy, but I mean, like, it's huge.
It's just like actually, there's a lot of movies I'm like, yeah, skip it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
This is a movie that I'm like, damn, that's a fucking good ass movie.
I'm sure I'll like it. It's just like, I think as a kid, I was just like, why am I gonna... As a child, I remember specifically being like, I'm going to watch a retard run around.
As a kid, makes sense.
Yeah.
It's so-
and interact with like a bunch of historical figures that I, as a child, have no context for. It's
couldn't
like,
care
oh,
less.
JFK. It's like, who's that?
Yeah.
You
I
know,
thought
like,
it was a fun movie. That's what I saw when I was like, oh,
I think
this
he
is a
shows
fun
his
movie.
ass to Reagan, and then Reagan fucks him. I think that's actually
No, he shows.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where'd you get wounded?" And he's like,
and the
Well,
butt talks,
and the butt
nigga.
talks.
so I
"I say niggas, my best friend's a nigga.
My friend's
I
best
mean,
nigga.
I mean nothing by it, though. I don't have any ill words."
I
That's
have,
okay.
I have it.
What do you got?
Yeah. So I would, for the most cultural impact, I feel like I'd have to go with Citizen Kane.
Yeah,
I have to throw it in Citizen Kane somewhere
that works.
because that would be people's base idea of what cinema is.
Oh, gay sex.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'd be like it's almost like if it doesn't have a 3-minute gay sex scene, it's almost not even really a movie.
Oh my god.
You know, that would become like it would be just like the long tracking shots
Yeah.
that they pioneered. It's like, oh well, it's got to have a tracking shot because that makes it cinema. Oh, it's got to have a 3-minute gay sex, and I think it would be with his sleigh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be with Rosebud.
with Rosebud.
Right. So that's how he dies at the end. He
He drops it when there's cum all over, or what?
Yeah. So he drops his the snow globe
The
in
snow
the throes of ecstasy, as his somehow, by the way, sentient sled is sucking him dire.
So fucking stupid. But that
Throes of ecstasy. He
the
drops it.
world would be so fucking different.
Orson
Imagine-
Welles would be like a completely different person.
Oh yeah.
He'd be Orson Swells full of cum.
Smells full of cum.
It'd be good at like Toy Story.
Yeah. So I have a runner up.
Okay.
So so in Hereditary, right?
Oh my god.
Go to the next question. That's a good one. Ignore this guy.
That's the next one. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's see here. All right. Shit on my balls. You're the piano man.
Nice.
Stupid.
Nice.
Shit on my balls. You're the piano man. He wrote in. It says, "Hello, gold, Frankenstein, and murder." You mean gold?
Is it frankincense? What did he put?
So he says, "Hello, gold, Frankenstein, and murder."
That's funny. That's cute.
That's confused me a little bit,
That's
honestly.
cute.
But you got me. He says, "What's the longest you've ever had to wait for a new installment in a series you loved / a game or like, game, movie, book, or whatever? The wait for Winds of Winter just passed 13 years.
That is me.
It's
For a Song of
over.
Ice and Fire, people, and it's been maddening.
It's over. Like,
Yeah.
stop worrying about it, dude.
Yeah, just resign
Just
yourself.
take it day by day. Like, don't worry about that. Just like hope something will come out when it does, and don't wait for it.
Lyle's gonna finish it.
I mean,
Yeah. Like he did with that Machinima series that was on Machinima for like a couple of years, and then he just like the original guy never finished it, and then Lyle came in and finished it.
Yeah.
As a big joke. Lyle's gonna write the last Song of Ice and Fire, confirmed now.
I love Lyle. If he wrote Ice and Fire, I'd be so mad.
You don't think it would
He'd
be
be
like
like,
stellar?
Jon Snow does a bunch of gay shit, and
what if he
whatever.
What if he
man.
consults you? Would you be happy? Would you be okay
No,
with that?
'cause I don't want to write it. That's not my story.
But you're not getting, guys. I want to be honest. You're not gonna get it. It's not happening.
Yeah,
we're not
he's-
getting anytime
He
soon.
will die.
No, you're
before
saying
it.
anytime soon. I'm telling you, you're not gonna get it.
I think at this moment it's spite why we're not getting it, as well as he's just too stun locked in and making another one.
Well, here's the thing, right? The amount of time that it would take for that book to come out is more time than he has. I think. He's too old. He's gonna die before this thing's
He's
done.
not young.
Right. He's not young and he's a big boy.
Was he like
He's a big guy.
46?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's not young. He's a
Yeah. I
big
think he's
fella.
47 this year.
Yeah,
And he's
it's-
getting up there, man.
It's over now, man.
Yeah.
It's like 47.
That's it.
That's it, dude.
Average human lifespan in 2025.
It's 2. This nigga's a trailblazer.
Yeah, I actually think the best mentality is to just straight up, just lock it in your mind that shit's not coming out, and then it'll be the most happiest you'll ever feel if it actually does drop.
Dude, that book has so much writing on it. It has so much writing on that book.
Look, it's at a point where if I were him, I'm gonna be honest. This is me being like fucked up, but if I were him, I absolutely would not drop it at this point. I feel like it's gonna disappoint no matter what. I just feel like it's been too long. Like, what the fuck?
The books are really, really good.
But it's like, it's been so long. I feel like even if it's pretty good, I feel like people are gonna. It was kind of how I felt about Attack on Titan when it came back, because this is actually kind of my answer, where I was like, "Fuck this." It was taking too long to fucking return, and I guess I can say the same thing for One Punch Man, where it was like,
it's back now. You saw the trailer, right?
well, what I'm saying is the second season, it took so fucking long, it killed my interest, even though the it was still good. It's
Season 2's
the returning.
The worst part of it, though. Worst part of the series is that season 2 era.
And it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't like I wasn't hate it, but it was just that like after
The animation was bad too, right? For season 2.
It wasn't great. It was.
Yeah.
It was worse.
Yeah,
It was worse.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I just feel like even say for example, if I were a Game of Thrones fan and it had been this long, it's like finally it's out, but it's kind of. It's been beaten out of me. I'm not going to be able to enjoy it as much.
Points too.
This is me though, I guess.
There's like genuinely like 55 plot points.
Right.
Probably more than that. He has to finish up everything going on in King's Landing, everything that's happening at the Wall, all the shit in the north.
Sorry for touching you.
What was that?
He's frozen. Well, because I tried to like and then like he's frozen. I touched him. He's like, he's like.
Please don't.
No, that was an accident. This is just what normal people do, you know? Like, hey, you know?
Yeah.
And, but
cool.
he's like, you know, massive homophobe.
Right.
It's not homophobia, it's trauma. Probably via
From-
homophobia.
That's a
via homophobia.
Probably a lot of people's excuse.
Yeah, I know there's somebody that sucked on your neck, and I know it happened. And you're trying to block it out, but I'm bringing it up a little bit.
I just
Understand.
don't like being touched. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Please stop.
He was shaking. Your head was like, when you touched him, it's like he was being tortured.
He really hates it. Yeah.
I don't like it. I like people touching me.
That was a mistake. Oh, well, what was... I don't even remember what I was going to say. I totally got...
I just want Winds of Winter back, man. I want to see what happens to Jon Snow. I want to see what happens to him, dude. He's been dead for so long.
How goaded would it be?
He's gay. He comes back gay.
No, that's
Resurrects homosexual as fuck.
he's just like he's like a White Walker, but he just craves dick.
He's a cocksucker.
he's
a cockstalker.
a cock walker, and he's just fucking inhale Sam.
Blowing. He's thin. He sucks him
He
thin.
sucks him.
I'm muscular.
Stupid show.
Look, if I were
great show.
if
dude.
I were George Hart R. Martin, straight up,
No, this.
I would.
Oh,
I would
okay,
write-
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I don't know if it's a good show.
I'd write the. I mean, it's you probably should know it's good at this point. But like, do you care enough to like? Are you enough into Dark Fantasy? Yeah,
It ended If it ended horribly, like I'm probably not.
That's an issue too. That
Ending is so fucking.
There's so many.
stupid.
There's so many things that are good and then end good. That like to dedicate time to something that can't is kind
It's
of
so
like I don't.
unfortunate, man. It's such.
It really
It's like a
is.
YouTube show
unfortunate.
at that point. You know, it's like maybe.
I think it's high. Like I can probably name 5 shows I think genuinely are as good as that show. Like genuinely are the same. Like peaks are as good as that show.
It's good. I
And
mean,
then
it's
and it just has such a wild decline. And it's simply just because of the fact that the people that were doing it didn't care anymore. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like a misconstruing
didn't
of like
they wanna-
understanding the
didn't
idea.
they want to move on to like
They were gonna get
Star Wars,
Mandalorian,
right? Yeah,
They
Star
were
Wars.
gonna get Mandalorian.
D&D
No, it
got
wasn't-
tapped for.
was it?
They got tapped for Star Wars, the Disney Plus shit.
I know that. Yeah, I know that it was a Star Wars thing. I didn't know it was Mandalorian.
I think it was Mandalorian.
I don't know
might
what
not
it
have been.
was.
I'm pretty sure they had Favreau the whole time for that. They were
I
like,
have no
Yeah, I
idea who
don't-
it was. I just know it was Disney. That's all I fucking know.
probably Andor. Makes
Yeah, and
sense.
then they were like, oh, I guess we got Star Wars after this, so let's just fucking
hurry up and
up.
squeeze like stuff that needs to take like seasons to happen to just in a few episodes. And yeah, but to be
They
fair,
also didn't have wins. They didn't have the next series of the thing because it was already changing by the 3rd season. They were,
Right.
like kind of diverging, but like it just so not good.
well, I
That's
just
a
like
shame.
to be. That's
a shame.
almost every piece of bad media is, I think, from a lack of caring. Like every time, like there's some type of criticism that I notice, it's always like whenever it's contrivance, right? Like you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna throw in shit that I know that doesn't work, but you just want to get through.
Or not
'cause
even know.
It's like
I'm not-
placeholders. You don't fix them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a Starbucks cup.
It's like
Right.
it's like not knowing it's not gonna work.
Right.
It's like not taking the time to review it to see if it does.
Right. It's like, well, you
just the
you
going
kind of
over it, you
know off when you're writing something, you're like, I can't think of anything better right now, so I'm just gonna put this right here, and then they just don't go back to it and fix it.
Starbucks cup is crazy. I saw that during the episode. I was
I
like,
mean,
I remember watching the episode and I was like, that. I was
So I
watching
think
with
it
Lily's
was
dad.
a water bottle, a Starbucks cup.
I only saw the Starbucks cup.
So I think there was 2 in season 8, and there was actually no. To be fair, that was never mind. I was gonna say there was 1 in 7, but it was actually a behind the scenes thing.
Yeah.
They were like doing, and there was where the White Walker shit was going. You can see a truck, you can see a pickup truck on top of the
Yeah.
mountain. That was funny, but it wasn't actually in the show.
That's like an exact like because I don't really mind that stuff. Like
It's
that stuff's
funny.
That stuff's more like it's like the what is it, the van in Braveheart in the background. and-
Them riding behind the van.
yeah, or like the plane and like I think in Braveheart as well.
I've always wanted to do
it's-
stuff like that.
Things
like, put like
things happen like there's a one of my
Monty
favorite
Python thing.
one of my favorite things in Twin Peaks is like there's just like I think Kyle MacLachlan comes in and he's talking to detectives and in the reflection of the window you just see David Lynch just like with headphones like this is it happens, you know, like
That's cool.
that kind
especially-
of thing what
Dude,
happens.
the amount of shit you can see now, like say because of the 4:3 ratio.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
like people like widening shit, and then
Yeah.
you're seeing all these things you're not supposed to see. Fucking doors open with wires and shit, and it's like, yo, this is crazy.
It is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
cool.
love it, dude. I wish they did it better, man. I really just don't like the way they handle anything.
It's fun, especially when it's your favorite shit. When it's your favorite stuff, all those people.
Dude, Jon
they're on
Snow
it.
in the books compared to Jon Snow in the show are so radically different. It is insane. He's not a himbo in the books.
Yeah, I'm
He's a
nervous.
smart kid. He's like
Yeah.
actually an intelligent warrior. He's more roguish, if anything. And it's like,
Watching television shows
Nope.
as they're
Poor
happening.
bastard.
Watching television shows as they're happening in a post Game of Thrones world is concerning
it's scarier.
because it's just like fuck, man. Like this could completely topple. That's how I am with Severance right now. Like watching Severance right now, and it's very good. But I'm also just like I'm wondering. It's
What
like,
if? What if?
I want I gotta say the second it falls off even a little bit, I'm out. The second it like gets
That's what you do with Daredevil, right?
yeah, kinda yeah.
Yeah.
When the Defenders came out, I was like, oh, I'm done with this. This is terrible in like a way that like I can't
Iron
even
Fist
imagine.
was so bad. I had
redeemed.
to force myself to watch.
You
Iron
finished
Fist.
it?
I finished every single show of those.
Oh wow!
I think all
I
of them.
absolutely did not finish.
No,
Iron
I didn't.
Fist
I
and
didn't finish. I
Defenders.
didn't finish Jessica Jones season 2. I didn't finish season
I-
2 of
I-
Jessica Jones.
I finished I think all of Daredevil
Yeah.
And then I think I somehow like made it to the end of Defenders, and I was like, I fucking hated this. Did they drop a building on him or something?
Yeah. I'm going through Defenders
stupid.
again. No, sorry. What the fuck did I just say? I'm going through Daredevil again. And,
Daredevil's good shit.
It's
Show's
really
so good,
It's
man.
really good. I did find only like, so I'm on episode like 8 or 9 or something in the first season. There's only one thing. Like I was completely locked in the entire time. There was only one thing, and it didn't bother me that much. But it was when he has the Russian Vladimir. He has Vladimir,
Oh, when he's like,
and
I think it's
and the cops just they spawn like GTA, and I was like, this nigga can hear everything from forever away, and he didn't. They had to do it. Like
They
I
were
say,
silent cops.
When I talk about, they were literally, the cars were hovering with no engines on, because at the last second they just pull up and then he couldn't go anywhere, and I'm like, that would literally never happen to him. But
Yeah.
like you just let it slide. But I just thought I totally missed that the first time I watched it around. I was like, that is
Yeah.
funny how they were like,
I love that.
just leave it in. Who gives a shit? Just let it happen.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh my god,
It's so fun, and you're
every
talking
time he
about
fights Nobu, it's so fucking crazy.
You said
dude.
you said that in the new shit that it was like really pulled in.
What do you mean?
Did you say in the Reborn, Born Again or whatever? You said the fight scenes were. You watched some of it, right?
I watched the 2 episodes.
Okay.
And I just
You didn't like how the fighting looked?
It's not a bad show or anything.
Uh-huh.
It's just kind of like I feel like it's the editing of the fights is bad.
Right.
It's like very
That's
it's very choppy.
Right, choppy.
I
That's what you
watched the
said, yeah.
second fight again. I think it was really cool, but it was chopped up quite a
It was
bit.
really choppy. Okay.
It was like at least 6-7 chops.
do you know how
in
like
a show that there's really barely any usually. You know?
Interesting.
yeah, it's
Okay.
because Daredevil's more about like the long shots of like fighting, and it's just like the scene itself was so short already that to have so many cuts, and then there's no. When you're doing a fight scene, there's momentum that has to carry. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna have like a character tackle from like left to right, generally speaking, if you're going to cut away, you kind of want to have that momentum still kind of going left to right. That fight scene specifically at the end of episode 2 is like he's tackling from the left, and now he's like going this way, and now it's
Oh, so like
it's very
they turned
disorienting.
around the aspect. The point of view. Like it was from there, and now it's from the other side.
yeah,
or something.
and like he's on the left, and now he's like facing the right.
You should watch that fight to get a good perspective of it, because I think we're not exactly giving the best credence to it. Like I think it is very choppy. I think there's really cool moments, because I think the moment when he engages the
It's
fight,
a 2 minute. It's a 1 minute and a half fight scene.
right,
It's
because
not-
they can't be long.
Yeah,
They can't be long.
in engagement of the moment, I think it's really well engaged, but I think there's moments where there's like it pans from being like the very first person view to the third person second, like the third corner shot, and it's him throwing someone across the room. And I feel like it didn't do that before, where it would all be one, like relatively one flow of a fight, you know, for better or for worse. And that's the reason why I hate Iron Fist so much, because he can't fight. So he needs those chopped up moments.
Right. They edited the shit around him because they knew that they couldn't get a good fight out of him.
100%.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
And it's like, why would you? Because Charlie Cox is fucking dope.
And the thing
granted,
that-
he's much older now. 10 years.
That was
is
a while ago.
lot of
I didn't
Sure.
realize it was
But
that
I-
long ago.
Yeah.
but I
So,
do
like,
think you can. I still
you
feel
can do
there's
it well, though.
Well, it's not even necessarily that it is so chopped up. It's the way that it is. Again, the momentum doesn't carry from one shot to the next, and then like it cuts from like a room wide shot to like another room wide shot from like another angle.
Yeah.
It's never like wide to close to. You know what I mean? Which is kind of how ideally you'd want it to be, and then you're like, what? Why are we flashing around this room for no fucking reason?
It needs to be more. It needs to be more visceral, the fighting. But I think that's something that needs to
Okay.
happen. But I think narratively, it is good. I think the part of the story. I think clearly they didn't want Foggy and like Helen around in it, because
Oh,
I think that was initial. They didn't want them in it
really?
in the beginning of the series. It was gonna just be Daredevil on another adventure, because their adventure's over with all of 4 of them. It kind of happened already. It's done.
Yeah, I
They didn't
forgot
want
about
them?
a lot of that stuff. That's
You haven't caught up yet, right? You haven't started
so
watching it yet?
I'm probably gonna clear season 1 pretty soon.
So you're gonna go all the way back up?
Yeah, because dude,
I'm not gonna say anything
there's
else about
so
it.
much that I forgot.
I'm not gonna say anything else
Let's
about
put it this
Me
way.
too. Yeah, it's been 10 years.
Yeah, dude, I forgot that Stick is the kung fu guy.
Really?
I forgot everything. I actually was thinking, I was like, oh wait, I need to watch this because I forgot.
I
so much
completely
of it.
forgot about that black guy, the reporter.
I forgot about
Ben?
him too.
I remember being like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's right. I remember I like this character.
I completely forgot about
That's
him too.
10 years ago. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I did it. I felt like it wasn't that
You've
long
almost
ago.
been here for 10 years. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
You
Yeah,
came here 10 years ago the first time, but I moved out here 9 years ago.
that's fucking crazy. Anyway,
I think about it because that show is like, I think that show is like such a good show. I don't like the change in noir setting because this is more like crime TV. The other one is more noir.
yeah,
And I don't.
especially
that's what they said too.
And I don't like the idea of the. I
Bringing
miss
out the
noir.
books like the old noir fucking. You'll see.
Yeah, now see,
see?
I'm fucking
I want
blind. Look at me.
I can't see.
Scribbling. He's like completely.
Nothing.
Just fucking cacophonous. He's writing on the floor at this moment. He doesn't know where it's at.
Oh no, Matt's crazy.
Would you play a Daredevil video game where like you couldn't see anything?
No.
Where the
That's
graphics
so
are shut
dumb.
off? Why?
Because then, like, what are you doing? Exploring the world is going to be so difficult.
Explain how that works.
Okay, so it's darkness,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and when people are around,
You see pings of them, so you can see pretty much effectively.
well,
Or you get like a buzz in your head.
Is it like not Matt Damon, the other idiot, his boyfriend?
Matt Damon's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Affleck?
Andy
Ben Affleck. Ben
Milonakis?
Affleck. Yeah, Andy Milonakis is Daredevil. yeah.
I got
I would-
bologna in my left pocket, cheese in my locket. I can't fucking
And
see.
I'm fucking blind. Yeah.
I would absolutely watch that.
Of course I would. I would be pissed off, but I'd watch
If
it.
he's in Rivals, he's gonna be blind in Rivals. So you're not gonna know what's happening.
Oh, Daredevil and
Yeah.
Rivals. That would be
He
I
shouldn't be in it. I don't.
Yeah. What the hell? What do we even?
The problem is that
mean Black Widow's there. Why not?
The problem
That's
is that, but
true.
she's a sniper though. You know, that's something different at least.
I don't know. There are characters in that game where I'm like, sure, I guess.
For me, the problem with
Doesn't
Daredevil
matter.
is that Daredevil doesn't do enough different from Spider-Man.
Yeah. Like,
in
what is he?
gameplay
Like, I was
side.
like, what is he gonna do? He's
Yeah.
just really acrobatic and has a dumb stick.
I think he's really cool. I think he's really, really cool, but like he just doesn't. I don't think he fits.
He's
the
great as a
story.
character. I just never really. I'm like, oh, let me play a Daredevil fighting.
Yeah, I've never
Ah.
even really wanted to assume the role of Daredevil
Yeah.
either. Like in like a game or anything. It
No.
would be more just like,
I think he's cooler than Spider-Man, but I think he's like, I think he's
Okay.
cooler. I think he's cooler only because of the fact he has less power, so he has to do. He has. To
I think
work
in the show he is.
he has to work with what he has.
Everything that I've seen him in that isn't that show is very much like, all right, yeah, you're not really that awesome
I
at
think
all.
he's cool as fuck, but I think that's like the idea.
I think the
of
show makes him cool because it actually leans into like the Catholic stuff, which is like the most interesting thing about him.
I mean, he's always
very
been that,
fun.
though.
He's not that in like
In
the
the
Spider-Man
cards.
PS1 game though.
Oh, of course,
where
that's
he shows-
Spider-Man's game. Yeah, I get it though. You're right.
Well, that's where the only time he shows up
Like
is in other
the
people's
pop
things.
culture references.
it's
Yeah.
like you're gonna see Daredevil be like, I gotta go to fucking confession.
Yeah.
I just beat this guy half to death.
The only
and I liked it.
I loved
Later,
it.
Peter.
the only thing I knew about Daredevil up until the show was that he was a blind guy.
He's a blind lawyer.
Yeah, that's all I knew about him.
Which is
I didn't even really know
so
he was a lawyer.
literally cheating. He's such a like even the thing like he can tell people want to fuck. So he's so overpowered technically in like social
Oh, yeah.
interactions.
He's
It's
like
dangerous.
fucking being having
Mind
super
controlling
strength and
pretty
then
much.
playing fucking sports.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I
He's-
know this guy's lying.
he's
He
fucking-
helps good people get off of crimes.
He's
though, which is
socially
good.
he's socially overpowered.
100%.
Yes.
Is what he is because he can tell like when you're lying
He
too.
can tell when
Right.
you're lying. He can tell when
So when
you
you're
fuck what you ate.
when you're getting all horny and shit too.
Yeah, you can tell when you're
boner
sleeping.
growing.
He knows when you're awake.
He's really overpowered.
He's literally is this
He's just Santa Claus.
Is he actually just Santa Claus?
He's
What's
a
crazy-
disabled fucking blind Santa Claus.
As a kid, his powers are probably horrible though. As like a jit growing up with him.
Stop calling him a jit. He's not a
It's
jit.
just-
And he must have been terrible because he probably hears everything. He
It's
probably
all right.
fucking
The stick set him straight, fucked his ass. You know?
stick beat him up a bunch.
beat
Beat his ass religiously.
Beat his ass until he fucking stopped
Can you
complaining.
Can you do ninja shit now? Like, you a ninja yet?
Beating your kid with a stick until he becomes a ninja is a pretty like turns out a very effective way to go about it.
Yeah. If there's an effective way, yeah, maybe that's it.
Did it because I love you.
Just because I love you.
I love you. You're a ninja now. I love you.
Look at you. Look at
You're a
you.
ninja now. I finally love you.
Look at you. You're so good at fighting now, man.
The only thing I knew about it, like my only context for him was the PS1 game where he shows up at the end. Or there's like a moment where he shows up in the middle, but like he shows up at the end and he's playing poker.
With everybody, yes, and he's cheating.
Yeah, and he's playing poker with Punisher and Captain America, which is an insane.
Why is
Group of
Punisher
people.
there? Would he even want to
Those
do
are
that?
those are the New Yorkers.
Okay, but like, would he even want to do that? I
No,
think he'd be
he-
like, no.
They
fuck you
don't
guys.
chill with him.
Nick,
they
fuck
don't
you
like
guys.
him.
Fuck
No,
you
you're
guys.
crazy, bro.
But I think it's
But then
mutual though too. He's like,
No,
fuck all you.
he loves
But
Captain
my-
America.
Oh.
His favorite hero.
But my
Of course.
favorite My favorite thing.
I guess so, right?
My favorite thing from it was they were all accusing him of looking at his cards. So they were all accusing Daredevil of looking at your cards. It's like, I don't even need to look at your cards. So obvious when you're lying.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's all I know. That was my entire context for Daredevil.
That's what Marvel was
until
for
the
me
show.
as a kid. Like as a kid when it was just like goofy, funny, like fun.
Yeah.
But that era was like, because the 90s was either like trying to be really cool for comic book characters, or like just like let's have Captain America fucking go bowling and just ruin the bowling alley.
It's like Tekken Bowl. You ever play Tekken Bowl? Where all those fucking monsters are bowling.
And it's like why
Tekken Bowl, is that a game?
Yeah,
you never played Tekken Bowl?
Tekken
No.
Tag Tournament, man. They had Tekken
games.
Bowl. It's so fucking
Oh,
fun.
isn't
dude.
that era where they had like a weird like mini game and stuff?
Everything.
Yeah, they had like Tekken 3 had Tekken Force mode.
Yeah.
So fucking beat them up. The sides going beat them up.
The
Oh
Spider-Man.
my god, I remember that.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man
I love that
PS2 Xbox game had like a bowling mode. Do you remember
did.
that? Where you would like where you would swing down and you
line.
would kick the pins.
What the fuck? I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Tekken bowling is
love
crazy.
dude. Tekken bowling is so fun.
I love playing Hachi. I love the and then getting the lightning throw and you just like it's like why this would I'd be so mad if those niggas walked into my bowling alley. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. They're gonna get mad and fight and they're gonna kill me. I'm gonna die as a bystander.
Yeah, what do you do though? Can you tell them to leave? You know what I
just
mean?
leave.
It's discriminatory, I
just
think.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I guess
Yeah.
I just.
You wouldn't tell Hulk to leave your establishment. You
Hulk?
wouldn't tell Hulk to leave your establishment. I'd be like, look, Mr. Banner.
I'm not saying anything to him.
I'm like, look, Mr. Banner, I understand. Look, the Ang Lee one, when his fucking head gets big first.
Benny.
That shit
Dude,
is so
if
funny.
Bruce Banner cannot keep his fucking cool
That
being thrown out of a bowling alley, he has no business anywhere. Imagine getting so. He has anger issues and he's like flying off the handle of being kicked out of a bowling alley.
Yeah.
That is
Pretty sure Nick Fury would like, oh, we have to kill him.
They can't though. They would try and they'd
That's
be like,
true.
oh,
That's true.
this is-
What do we do? We have to drug him. We have to give him all like every drug,
you can't kill
and then
the
ship him
Hulk?
to.
He regenerates like Wolverine.
It's one of those things that like he just before you
So
like
lame.
finish killing him, he'll
turns into
just
Hulk.
yeah. So
starts
you're like, what do
killing.
you do? So you just ship him to another fucking the edge of the galaxy. I
You
guess.
have to quite literally. They did.
Then
That's
Planet
all the
Hulk 2,
and then
they
nigga
can-
shows
they
back
can do
up.
another Planet
You're
Hulk
like,
2.
Oh my god, he made it back
again.
I hate this nigga. Oh my god.
So then you do Planet Hulk 3, and then you just keep going.
You're just trying to ship him further and further away. Hopefully he's so far away he can't get back in our lifetime. And it's our grandkids' problem.
Finally.
Now the day's
Should
saved.
we get a last question?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do one more.
Come Townie wrote in.
Come Townie, nice.
Yeah, he says, "Hey guys, I need a fucking answer. I am a longtime listener, patron, and occasional question asker. It has always plagued me to listen to you all use the word period piece incorrectly. A period piece is a piece of art that is set in the past. Goodfellas is a period piece of the 70s and 80s, etc. But it sounds like you all take it to mean something that represents the past or is nostalgic in some way. Thanks again. Sorry for the hostility. Your local grammar Nazi." So I have a question
Are
here.
they effectively the same thing, damn near though?
See, this is kind of what I wanted to get into. First of all, I don't really remember even really.
I have.
It's not a-
When did we talk about period pieces last?
It's not a phrase that I
not a common
ever really think about using. So whenever it happened, it probably happened once, and it just, this guy couldn't let it,
just
go.
like, yeah, it was just
He's
like,
a grammar Nazi admitted it, so it probably just like, Sig Heil, and he fucking wrote that.
yeah.
I guess I'm curious as to like where I would have even.
Yeah, I wish
Because I know I've said it, but like I don't know if I've said it that commonly.
I feel like his definition,
Especially not incorrectly. Like
his definition is effectively the same thing as what he said it wasn't, though. Damn near.
so like yeah, it's like so represents the past or is nostalgic in some way versus a period piece is in the 80s or 70s. Like yeah, I don't. What is a period piece?
Well, so I've never see. I'm interested in the way that he's saying we used it correctly because I thought that's what a period piece is what he said. The former, and so I'm wondering how was it used incorrectly? I wish we knew what was said.
Yeah, I wish I
Because
don't know.
from my understanding-
Land Before Time is a period
Like
piece.
Gladiator.
Technically,
I mean,
that's
yes,
a period
it
piece,
is.
technically, right?
Yeah, I was like, Gladiator's a period piece. Like that's why I'm like, oh, I
I
understand
guess-
what a period piece is. So I wonder why it was used incorrectly.
I guess I would stretch the argument out a little bit and say I would say Grand Theft Auto 4 is a period piece.
I think you did say that literally.
I think I would say that. Well, I mean, Grand Theft Auto 4 is so 2008, it's ridiculous. It is insane.
Well, no, I think that's
where it's wrong.
That's where it's used incorrectly because
incorrectly,
so it would have to be this thing was set at a certain time period before
prior to it existed.
not in modern day.
Oh, so I guess because it's contemporarily made in 2008.
Right.
I guess.
Like say I think would San Andreas be, because was that 90s?
Yes.
Yeah, so that would be a period piece.
So that would be more of a period piece, I guess.
Or San Andreas,
because it would be intentionally
Vice. I see. Were we actually talking about that? And that's what happened?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I could think of. Maybe
it was probably that.
Because there's several. I mean, pretty much most things that are just anything from anything made before when you make it. Anything that exists before when you made the thing about it is a period piece.
If you want to be really facetious and like bratty about it, yeah. Like if you made something a day ago, this
is about January.
yeah, it's like, oh, the period piece. Oh, bitch.
I got you
bitch.
now.
You like that?
You rat whore, I got you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. So I feel like a period piece needs the intent to be a period piece. I guess, right?
It's specifically set, we're making it set in this era for whatever reason.
Yeah, because I do think Grand Theft Auto 4 is unique in the sense that it's built contemporarily and it's like made to. I think that's like a really interesting.
I understand. It was this. It was
not
this.
A period piece.
It's coming back to me. You were saying it,
but it would.
It's like a period piece because of what the era. It's like a time capsule.
That's
yes.
what I was thinking.
Yes.
So, okay.
That I would absolutely argue.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So okay, I understand.
Yeah.
What this guy's saying.
I get what you mean now. You're
Still,
right.
fuck you, nigga. Let us enjoy it. Like, let us.
I hear you.
You're right though. Good shit, dude.
There was
I
a guy.
that. You taught us. Thank you.
There was a guy that he wrote in. I think his name maybe actually 24. We might even stumble upon it. And he also on Twitter. He was like, "What grown ass men don't know the difference between Shutter and Shutter? Because like Shutter with D and Shutters with T." And I was like,
"Oh, I get it."
And I was like, and there was something else too.
Yeah.
There was something else that was he mentioned something else, but I was like, "Nigga, how often do we use those words?" Like, I'm like, it's say if it was like there, and there, that's common enough to where if we didn't know the difference between those, like, sure, make fun of us. That's like, oh, you're an idiot. That's very
always
basic
really
stuff.
baffling to me is that's like something that sticks around.
Right.
The there, and there thing.
But like that's like make fun of somebody for that because that's common enough in our language that you should know the difference between those three.
Yeah, Shudder in my mind is an app for horror movies.
Well, Shudder is the thing you do in fear when you come.
There's that. There's shuddering and Shudder.
I'm saying in my day to day, Shudder is two things. It is the shutter speed of a camera, and it is the app Shudder.
For horror movies. The one for camera is still Shutter, right? The D?
No.
That's T, right?
T is for shutter speed.
So shutters are the things that
just
are
look
on
it
your
up
house,
before you sound stupider.
Right? Shutters are the things on your house, right? And then shutter is the action you do when you
and
like,
an
afraid.
action, yeah. So there's a couple different ones, but I just wanted to bring this up because like I don't care. It's not a thing where it's not such a common thing that people use to where when dudes like, how the fuck do you not know this? Like the English language is fucked. I'm like, is it really that bad, sir?
How the fuck did you not know my dick's in your mouth, huh?
Exactly.
How did you not figure that out?
I would be a little. I don't know how I forgot about that, dude. Sorry.
Oh, my bad, dude.
Guess I had Molly in my fucking champagne. I don't know.
I didn't even know it.
I didn't even know it.
That shit is legendary.
Get the fuck out of
here.
here.
I got home and I fucked her ass violently. She didn't even know it.
She just woke up in a lot of pain. She was crying. I thought it was funny.
All right.
And I didn't even give her money for a taxi. I just threw her out and I called the cops on her. She didn't even know it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You date rape somebody, then you plant them in front of your house. You call the cops.
That is
Swish.
Swish.
You ever see it? It's about the YouTube of him where he just keeps saying nigga. Like it just keeps cutting back to him saying nigga. And then he goes, I did 9/11. Swish.
I don't even know who this is.
We're talking about Rick Ross.
Ricky Rose. Huh?
Yeah. All right. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's read our $25 and up patrons.
Every day I'm sucking dick. Sucking dick, sucking dick, sucking dick. Every day. You ever heard that song?
No.
Did you see? Wait, before we go. Did you guys see Candace Owens' husband had fucking Andrew Tate on a fucking podcast?
Stop!
And he was just like,
stop it!
And he was just like,
I don't
do you think I don't know about people talking on my phone? You don't think I know how to delete things off my phone so they wouldn't find anything on it? And I'm like, this nigga just admitted. This nigga just admitted it.
So I did see a clip because there's this guy I follow, Too Lazy to Try. He just goes, all right, and then he just talks about, I saw a little bit of it. I'm just like, I can't handle it anymore, man. These people. Why is this guy around and people are hosting a sex trafficker? Like, I don't get it.
The idea of like somebody being like, we really got to get that Epstein client list. But also, yeah, man, I'm really excited to see that Andrew Tate episode of the podcast. So
there was an issue with his arrest when he came to Miami.
Who?
Andrew Tate. There was an issue with his arrest when he came to Miami.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Dude, shout out to one of the biggest pussies in the world, Ron DeSantis, had enough balls to be like, this nigga ain't welcome here. And I was like, wow, because he usually is just like, glop, glop, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like,
tickling the ball.
Yeah, usually with this fucking white boots. You ever see those boots he was wearing? Ron DeSantis with white ass boots.
His boots look like the boots that the fucking. If you guys have watched Fairly Odd Parents, probably not. The women like, that are around Doug Dimmadome when they wear those big ass fucking cowboy boots.
Dude, he wears fucking Spy vs. Spy boots.
And then other than that, there's one other thing I wanted to bring before we go. Ethan Klein looks like he's fucking going insane.
He looks. A lot of people are using crash out incorrectly, but this is the crash out of all crash outs. Holy shit!
He looks bad, man.
He's crashing out quite.
He looks like he's like on drugs. Even
I saw a short video of somebody.
It's unfortunate.
I've never seen that before. Like say a person on a platform. You've seen people behind the scenes anonymous be that obsessed with people. I've never seen it at this level, and that's what's different, right? We've seen people. He won't stop talking about.
It's very open.
Yeah,
and it's. I would be embarrassed.
Yes,
I won't deny that him getting banned for playing Hassan's stuff is stupid.
Oh,
I think that was dumb, but I think the content nuke is a lot of stuff out of context. It's not that Hassan.
Look, I don't
even right.
I don't even.
What did he say?
Well, that's kind of the thing that's annoying about it. It's just like neither of these people are like 100% right at all. But
one is losing it.
But that's kind of the thing where it's just like, okay, let's say you disagree with each other on something. Okay. What are you doing still I don't know, like maybe it comes across as like naive or whatever, but for me, I look at it and I'm just like, why? If my friend was this obsessed over some other person who he probably had a good reason to dislike, let's say, even hypothetically.
Yeah.
I would be like, look, bro, keep it off.
Just
like, I don't know, like relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Unplug. Maybe I would say like do a social media detox or something. Because it's like the degree of
every fucking story he posts
every day.
I'm at this point where I'm gonna be honest. His producers, his friends,
they need to say something.
They need to be like, bro, we're leaving the show if you don't stop. Because it's first of all, it's ruining the show because people start looking at their metrics. Yeah. And they're hemorrhaging a lot of subscribers because they don't want to hear about this dude every fucking day. Who wants to hear about Hassan every day? Even if you don't like him, you're like, yeah, I get it. He sucks. I get it.
That's kind of where I'm at. Where I'm just like, all right, I get it, bro. Like I get it. All right.
Yeah. But I understand.
Move on.
I understand from his perspective. I know what's happening. His crash out it is very clear that but this is his fault. The content nuke was received poorly and rightfully so, because when you dissect it and see how many things, this is what quick summarization, people said that what he did was take clips from his own subreddit and from Destiny's subreddit, these clips that were taken out of context so they were not charitable, and he reacted to these and people were like, no, watch this and watch this. And so there were so many things that were incorrect within that documentary because he didn't do the due diligence.
Sure.
To just get the actual clip from Hassan's fucking own stream or his own channels. He didn't do that. So whoever put that shit together, if it was him, bro, he fucked up. If it was his homies, they fucked up. And then so he's really upset that he's like, why didn't this work? And if everybody turned on him, like, fuck Hassan's over party or whatever, I think he would be like, my dick's hard, we're moving on now. Didn't happen.
Right, so he's like harping on. The thing to me is just like rerunning it on his Twitch or whatever over and over again.
Over and
Just like,
over.
It's crazy.
I can't think of a time in my life where I've ever
Not even close.
come even close to this
Nothing
level of
even. I literally
being
have
fixated on a person or a
nothing-
story or anything.
like maybe Cameron Diaz when I was a kid. I was like, fuck, she's hot. You know what I'm saying? That's the closest thing.
She's still pretty good looking.
I'm
dude.
sure,
Still
but like
pretty
when the
good-looking.
mask came out, I was like, who's this?
It hurt. It got so hard. It hurt. Ow! Ow! Doubled over.
It got so hard it hurt.
Your first boner is so hard. It's painful.
But like I'm talking about, that's like the closest. Maybe Aaliyah, because Aaliyah was like I was kind of
gorgeous.
I was a little.
In Queen of the
Queen of the
Dam.
Dam came
oh my
out-
god!
Wow, that's
I don't
that.
think she touched him.
That
I went for that,
is-
dude. That's crazy.
because that.
man,
Queen of
even
the Dam's,
me, even
like-
me, I was like,
Who?
even me, I hate black women. But I was,
I hate black women, but Aaliyah and Queen of the Dam is holy shit. And she has a music video called "We Need a Resolution,"
oh my god!
and she's hypnotically dancing and doing that. Yeah, she absolutely had because she exploded. So yeah.
Her
But yeah,
death was wild.
she's not, bro. I was up at late. I was at my grandma's house watching MTV, and then it shows scrolling breaking news like fucking. I was like, oh my
9/11?
goodness, like she
And you
fucking
just
exploded.
cried. You were just.
I was like, because I had a little bit of an I felt this is so stupid, but this is kid shit. I was like, I'm gonna make it in the industry, and I'm gonna get a fucking date with her, because she wasn't that much older than me.
Did you
like
do it?
probably like.
She's slightly.
I mean,
older than
I
He twitched.
I-
I twitched.
I didn't hear what you
So,
said at first.
I'm gonna be 100% candid. I
You crashed the
almost
plane?
I got caught before I finished prying open the coffin.
All right, we're gonna go ahead.
Security tackled me, and I was like, "Fuck!" I almost got my date
There was
with
a
her.
little bit of give too. There was like
yeah,
The
two
gift.
grown men back.
yeah. So I'm banned from her cemetery.
I'm banned from cemeteries. Period.
Yeah, I can't go to.
Yeah.
When I die, they're throwing me into the wind.
I actually had a pig try to apprehend me at a cemetery. Because I was just cutting through it. The Newegg warehouse where the returns department was right next to Rose Hills, the cemetery Rose Hills. And the first time I didn't know where it was.
You got apprehended at a cemetery?
Yeah, so here's the thing. I didn't know exactly where the place was. I didn't know exactly where the place was. Hold on, don't cut me off, nigga. And there was a pathway to cut through the cemetery to get to the warehouse. But that was my first time. I know I didn't need to do that, but that's what I did the first time. I guess there was a bunch of people robbing graves, allegedly. This is what the cop told me.
That is insane.
Yeah, so when he saw me, he was like, hey, he stopped me and shit. And like, he actually at one point, he fucking grabbed my arm, and I was like, don't freak out, you know, because I was like, don't freak out, because like, first of all, you're touching me. Like, I don't let anybody except for, you know, because if you twitch too fast, he's gonna shoot you or something.
Right.
But he did. He was like, all right. But it was one of those things where I'm like, nigga, I'm on a bicycle. I'm on a bicycle that's like a Deadpool sticker on it and shit. I'm like, do I look like I'm robbing graves?
Why
you
you
fucking
even-
retard.
Why even have a grave if it's just gonna get robbed?
That
Just
Grave
burn
robbing
me.
is insane.
I feel like
Burn me,
Grave
burn
robbing
me.
is
no more
insane.
graves, dude. We have to make a stand. No more fucking graves.
Yeah.
It's such a waste.
I mean, it's a scam. Quite literally.
of course it is.
But,
That's what I'm saying. We make a stand. No more graves. Like no, we our generation. Anyone that's around our age, no more graves. And if they do it, we put them in it.
So it's just a grave.
So they revealed
Yeah,
a
of course,
lot
it's
of the
stupid as fuck.
they were doing a SpongeBob Magic the Gathering collab, right? That everybody, or I'm pretty sure most people knew about that.
Who won that?
What
I
do you
didn't
mean
know
most
about
people
that.
knew about that?
Most people that
That are
understand
you.
magic know about
Most
that.
Okay.
most people know about this SpongeBob Magic the Gathering
Okay, so the
collab.
MTG community is what you mean. That's not real. Shut
This
the fuck
is
up.
fucking real.
Shut the fuck up.
This is the card for counterspell.
Shut up.
Is it really?
Yes,
That-
that is so
I
hilarious.
kind of want it. God damn it.
I'm buying that sugar. I already have. I have it pre-ordered already.
I don't trust him necessarily.
Right.
Yeah, it's 'cause-
no one should.
You know, like
No one
he
should
saw
have
the
it.
Last of Us trailer how many years ago?
Yeah.
was it?
45 years ago.
Yeah.
It came out though. You saw it come out though.
yeah, it was the same thing.
The so I don't understand Magic the Gathering, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to play that in conjunction with like normal ass fucking cards, or is there like a
So what happened is
or is there like a SpongeBob theme kind of where like you're not gonna put that down next to like a Blue Eyes White Dragon or whatever, you know what I mean, hypothetically.
Yeah, whatever
Whatever
the
the-
equivalent.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm seeing. I don't.
These are the lands. These are the cards. These are the cards that are in it.
You know, I like how you didn't answer your question at all.
So what happens is Magic the Gathering. There's two versions of Magic, right? There's very standard builds with different formats where like of certain cards, some different eras are allowed.
Give me
in
a
the
standard
format.
Magic the Gathering card. Give me like the Blue Eyes White Dragon or like the Pikachu.
Oh, Retardo, the Magnificent.
You're a fucking
Yeah.
dumb bitch.
You sick as fuck, dude.
But there's
3,000 HP.
Stop. You fucking asshole. There's a card called Nicol Bolas, right? That's like the evil dragon.
See,
of
close
the
enough.
series, right?
Okay.
What happened?
And is he gonna? You can play him next to SpongeBob.
SpongeBob cards? Yeah, you can.
That sucks.
Because it's supposed to be the game of Magic is sort of like the idea of these people that have the power to be able to jump from world to world, as long as they're tethered.
Is that
by
how that
magic.
has always been?
Yeah. What happens is that there's things called secret layers. They're the idea of like they had the fucking Godzilla one, the fucking Walking Dead, Power Rangers. Not Power. I know Power Rangers one that has happened, but Transformers also. Those are like actual like other canonical worlds that they bring into the Magic Gathering game.
They
only
did
for a setting.
GTA because you said Nico Bellic.
Nicol Bolas.
Oh, so I thought
That's Nicol Bellic's dragon form. Nicol Bolas.
I couldn't.
He finally goes bowling. If you go bowling every single time, you turn into a gigantic dragon.
Bolas.
I missed my. I was like, I had to shoehorn it in because I missed the opportunity to say it before.
It's really, really insane. I love the idea of secret layers, but there are too many of them. They're happening too frequently because now they're understanding how powerful IP power is.
Yeah, money.
Obviously.
Money.
So they're like, oh, Avatar, Marvel. They're doing a
Money.
Spider-Man whole set, which is people got really mad about because usually the secret layer characters are not used in like the actual competitive standard means.
Right.
But the Spider-Man set is going to be in the regular, like, competitive, constructed, like, 4 of each card version. So I'm going to be going to tournaments, killing older, middle-aged white men with Spider-Man Miles Morales and making them mad.
Get this out of the game.
I'm like, this is the real Spider-Man
This
for game. And they're going to be like,
racism activated.
He's going to turn into an orb. He's going to turn into a fucking little orb of darkness. I'm like, good job, fella.
Do they have like Klansman fucking cards? Like
I would play 'em. I'd play 'em.
Grand Wizard shit. And
Can something be called the Grand Wizard anymore, or the implications are too bad in America now?
I feel like it can be taken back.
I feel like it could be taken back.
Yeah.
I feel like the KKK is like what? It's
They're
How about we start a band?
they're so pussy now, it's insane.
yeah.
You want to start a
They're
band?
not even like about it anymore.
No,
Come on. We can take it
the
back.
Grand Wizards.
Yes.
I think that's okay.
Come on. I think that's sick as fuck, dude.
We gotta copy their aesthetic to a
and we
degree
just take
too.
it back.
We gotta copy some of their aesthetic too.
Are we gonna read the names? or-
We'll read the
they
names
look cool.
and
I'll look up a Grand Wizard right now. Look, is this?
look.
this
We'll shop the what we're doing it. I don't care what you say, but we're doing it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and if you don't do it,
Death
I'm just,
Stranding too.
if you don't do it, I'm gonna say it's you.
That's insane.
Yeah, you started this.
What?
You started this. We're not gonna post this episode so no one can see it. And we're gonna say Chris started
Death
the fucking
Stranding
Grand
2? What are you
Wizard.
saying?
Death Stranding 2 trailer came out yesterday. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, I'm on media blackout for that. Like I don't want to see anything else.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
But I'm stoked about it.
Chris Ray Gun and the Grand Wizards.
That is the only game.
Sick ass bad.
The only game that
Chris Ray Gun and the Grand Wizards.
That's pretty good.
That doesn't sound nearly as bad as it should, to be honest with you. What were you gonna say?
That's the only game that like I know was a good game that I just don't like. I'm just not a big fan of it.
Which one?
Death Stranding.
It's very specific.
Oh.
It's like it's like I don't know. It's like Magic.
I haven't played it yet.
Also,
Yeah.
it's like anything. It's just like that's such a specific game that like if you're not tuned for that, like there's no reason.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But like I'm not
So good.
I'm not calibrated for card games at all.
That looks so fucking awesome, dude.
It's not even the most awesome.
What is
piece
that?
of it.
It's just like the gold though. That looks
There's a Grand
sick.
Dragon. That's so cool. Like if
They're
they
fucking
made it magical,
they're
like that's
assholes.
not fair for me particularly.
They're complete assholes.
Why?
Because I'm black and I love fantasy shit, and it's like you've taken so much from me.
That's why you take it back. As you know, they would say the hard R to us, and we got nigga. I think we can take back the
Wizard,
Grand-
Wizard,
and Dragon. We start wearing that. We just gotta do his hit of Kanye. See, Kanye's fucking looking for like companions anywhere he can get it right now.
He is tripping.
He's
tripping,
looking for
tripping.
companions.
Because like there's plenty of people that aren't fucking with him anymore, and now he's desperately reaching out to fucking Dave Blunt's.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll be at that
White-ass
show?
asshole. Looks cool. He might, dude.
I'm sipping on.
If he's in Cali at the time, I think he'd probably show up. And that's actually a little weird. But
I really don't want Kanye to succeed anymore at all, but it makes me sad.
Your Google histories must be fucking insane.
yeah,
Just Googled
you'd be
Grand
on like some
Dragon.
FBI shit if you're white for sure. But
I am on some FBI shit, dude.
okay.
All right, I'm gonna read the names of our $25 and up patrons now.
Let's do it.
So you gonna count me down?
It goes
So
hard,
stupid.
unfortunately.
They're fucking idiots, man. Like, why do they gotta take that like cool ass wizard shit?
Because they're stupid. Catholics in general, they take everything that's cool and make it fucking gay and homophobic.
Very true.
3, 2, 1.
Racist Hokage. Oh my goodness. JR. From the producers of The Mexican, starring Brad Pitt, comes The Last N-Word on Earth, starring Tom Hanks. It'll be something.
I never watched The Mexican.
That's a real movie? Oh, shit,
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Oh, I
Brad
didn't-
Pitt. Brad Pitt.
Why is it? Why is
Exactly. That's why.
Does he play the Mexican?
I don't know. I never watched
is
it.
he hunting a Mexican?
But people they were saying like, I imagine it's not because if you watch The Last Samurai, because a lot of people are like, why is Tom Cruise The Last Samurai? You know, they were saying shit like
Right,
that.
yeah.
So I imagine it's got to be similar. Like the Mexican is not like an actual racially insensitive. I don't know. I never watched it.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Last Samurai is so weird because it's like,
Fucking, it's awesome.
why? Like it's like I think it's really good. Also, what's his name? Isn't it the guy, the Asian guy that's in everything? That's sick as fuck. I
That
forgot
guy's
his
fucking
name.
awesome. Yeah, it's
He's
Tom
so
Cruise.
fucking cool. I forgot his name, but he's
Dude,
fucking
I was watching
awesome.
clips
Last Samurai
of
is a great movie.
I was watching clips of what is it? Tom Cruise as Les Grossman.
I was just thinking about
recently.
that. I will massacre you.
I will massacre you.
I will fuck you up. And they're like looking on the phone, like they're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Who's got a really sick iron grip? I do. Do me a favor, go over there and punch that guy in his face
you-
really fucking hard.
Did you
Oh, yeah.
know that
The
like,
key grip, right?
Because I didn't
Key
know
grip, there
that.
you go.
I didn't know a lot about that movie really, but like apparently like he demanded that.
Yeah, he wanted that role.
Like Tom Cruise specifically demanded like I want fat hands. Like that wasn't
His
part of it
hands
at
are
all.
huge,
Like he was just
yeah.
supposed to be like some exec, and he was like, Tom Cruise said, "I'll do it, but I need fat hands and I want to dance."
Yeah, the dancing.
Like
was
he
kinda,
said that.
It makes sense because I don't think I was like that makes sense that he demanded the dancing because he's a dancing guy.
But it's so funny, like the idea, because like Ben Stiller, I think it was like, what? Like Ben Stiller didn't understand what the fuck he was talking about.
I love Ben Stiller. He's been on an all-star run too, man.
He's
He's like in the background just making good moves, and I'm like,
dude, he's like I forgot how long ago. Like say,
He's also
dude, the
old
Fairley
now.
Brothers were killing it back in the day. Like somebody
Was that
asked
Dumb
me
and Dumber and
Dumb and Dumber,
Yeah.
fucking Son About Mary. Somebody asked me like, where did I get my sense of humor? And that was the one that I missed. Like the Fairley Brothers definitely, because it was just stupid shit. It was so dumb, and so it definitely infected me. Because I think about, God damn it, I mentioned him last time. That dude from SNL with the big ears. And he was the hitchhiker with the body bag in the Son About Mary. I was talking about this last time. And I just stumbled upon his podcast because Nick Mullen from Cumtown was a guest. And I was like, weird, there he is. It's the guy. And I forgot his name immediately again.
happens, man.
Yeah, but that guy,
yeah.
that scene, if you go watch that scene back, the hitchhiking scene with the 7-minute abs. It's so fucking funny. Like that guy's so on point. I don't know if it's like improv, either if it was improv or not. It's one of the best stretches of like comedy genius to me in a long time.
Some people are just funny like that, man.
Yeah.
And it's like they're really unassuming about it.
Right.
You know, like you wouldn't have guessed until you saw that scene. And you're like,
shout
oh,
out to
what the
Stiller, man. He's been good.
He's been in a lot of
I
good
like
stuff.
Night at the Museum movies too, especially the first one. I think that movie is actually
I
pretty
definitely
fucking
saw the
funny.
first one. I
the
remember.
first one
I
is
remember it
pretty
being
fucking funny.
fun.
They didn't really do it for me, really.
I remember-
Not that I hated them. They were just
Yeah.
kind of like, they
I
were.
remember
whatever.
it being fun. I just don't. I would have to see it again.
He's
but-
the
Severance.
Yeah,
That's him.
that blew my mind. I was like, "What the fuck? You're doing this?"
And when he talks about it, it's like, yeah, it was a weird idea, and I was like, let's give it a try, and it turned out pretty good. And I'm like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I never would have guessed. Like if you came to me, if anybody came to me with that idea, I would have been like, "This is dumb."
And him just shitting on Trump all the time. Him like just subtly shitting on Trump every time he says something.
No, I haven't
He's
seen
like,
that.
I'd
I
have
haven't
Trump
seen
on the
that.
show.
I don't really
It'd be-
care about
he'd
that.
be a joke, but he'd be on there, I guess. I don't know. He'd give me money, I'll
To
make
me,
it.
to me, I would honestly be more impressed if somebody loved Trump and somehow was capable of making something good. You know what I mean?
It would
that
be
to me would be a lot more interesting.
It would be cool.
as opposed to be like, well, of course, yeah. Most people who are reasonable.
Yeah, they're not evil maniacal.
Anyway.
Trash.
Anyway, the Mexican, rest in peace.
La Mexican.
I'm going to kill the more. I am delivered. I don't like colon no more. Three gays grace.
Yeah.
Nah,
Oh, yeah, 3 gays.
race.
Tell me if you can
3 gays gape.
you can see the gay inside of me. Emma throwing in big bucks. 2 rats in a trench coat. Imagine pulling a dog apart like a bloomin' onion.
Oh my God.
Did you imagine it? Isn't that fucked up? Ew.
It barks every time. It wails every time.
I kind of want a bloomin' onion. That's like a weird.
Yeah, there's an Outback not that far away.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, on which street is that? Angelo or something?
Really?
Yeah, I think if you go down there, you'll hit it before you get on the 5.
No.
Yeah.
An Outback?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, downtown.
All right, maybe I don't know. Actually, I can't taste anything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything I think I want right now, I do, but like I can't.
That sucks.
Have you
can't
guys
have-
heard of the Mad TV Smith, Good Will Smith?
Shut up! I've seen this clip.
I've seen that before. That's why I didn't
That's-
react to it
that's-
when you said it, because I'm like, I've seen this
Fucking
shit.
Yes, that's Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang.
Artie Lang is so. I'm like, yeah, of course Artie said that. Did you see that he lost the cartilage in his nose? He did so much coke.
How do you lose cartilage?
It eats away your the coke.
Coke?
Yeah, Coca-Cola. Yeah, he was sniffing Coca-Cola.
No,
and then he did so much coke that he lost everything supporting his nose.
I've seen that
So
happen
it
to
went
people.
flat. So he looked like a reverse Squidward.
He looks like a fucking what's it called?
Reverse Squidward is
said
insane.
Voldemort or something.
I
You
just
said
said-
reverse.
Well, because he
Squidward.
still had something, but instead of it being long, it was completely wide. It was just a flat. It looked like a stingray on his face.
I think that
Wait,
that's
pull
it.
a picture. Of
I'll
him.
pull it up. It was
I
so
can't,
good.
I can't imagine.
He
That's good.
fixed it a little bit, but dude, at its flattest, it's insane.
That skit is fucked up, but it's also mad funny.
What?
Good Will Smith.
Good
that
Will-
is- that
It's
shit is mad
crazy.
funny.
You could tell. I love that clip because you could tell Norm just wants.
Someone to hear this.
No, because he knows that Artie pitched this, and he knows that it's embarrassing, and he wants him to tell the story.
It just,
Yeah,
it
you
just
ever
looks
heard
like
of him?
gum is on his face. It looks like gum is on his fucking face.
That is amazing. That looks crazy. That looks like he's being like smudged out of the picture. What the hell happened?
Coke. He did monumental amounts of coke.
That's not what I was expecting at all.
So here's this new.
I thought something cartoonish. That was insane.
So here's this fixed nose, and I gotta say, it's kind of better than I see a lot of those alien Hollywood bitches.
It's kind of thin.
It's very thin because I feel like those rhinoplasty people only do thin noses.
Yeah,
Like they're extremely racist.
they don't know how to make a real like looking nose.
They're all racist, and but by default, it's not, I don't think they're trying to be racist, but they'll never give you like, let me be honest.
They're teachers who taught them how to do it. All came from like a very specific place, and then they were like, "We don't know how to make a real nose now.
Yeah, there's
We only know how to make these like
they're
rail
these
thin."
skinny fuck. Bro, I'm beyond like SZA. I love SZA, but her nose is it don't match. It don't match her face.
She
anymore.
got so much work done. It's crazy.
It don't match her
makes
face
me
at
sad
all.
Seeing because I thought she was a fine looking girl before.
She looks fucking great.
But she got she wasn't like,
nose is like-
she wasn't an exceptional beauty before, but she was a fine looking girl. She looked fine.
I think she's really fucking pretty. I don't know
think
what
she
you're
was
talking
fine
about,
looking. I
nigga.
think she was like she's a pretty girl. Sorry, it's like she was not like a like undeniable like.
She's
Sorry,
yeah.
SZA.
Yeah,
you
but
don't
she's-
look good enough for Kingston now.
No, I think she's still a pretty girl. She's black, so I wouldn't date her or anything. I wouldn't mess with her.
That's
but,
so
like,
you're so crazy.
So let me show you like an she's gotten a lot of work done, but like, so let's say
I'm really still thinking about that.
here's
Artie
here's
nose.
here's like an
gotta be
older
honest.
look at her nose. It's like it's just in the nose.
that is
Let me-
not her
That's-
originally.
that looks-
so that's still she still had work
that
on
looks
that.
fake.
Oh shit! So there, wait, hold on. He's
That
right.
looks not real.
Okay. So you're right about original SZA actually looked very different.
She's not even an ugly girl there though.
She
She's-
looked
she's-
well. So here. I think this is OG SZA. Is this it?
Yes, that's what she's looked.
So this is OG SZA.
Yeah, that looks like a normal person.
So that's a normal girl.
that looks like somebody I've met before.
I'm more akin to like this is what like okay I'm like I think she's pretty.
Yeah,
think,
she is.
Yeah.
I think she got some nice DSL. Okay, now let me show you her modern nose, dude. Look at this shit. Like, it's so pencil thin in the
it doesn't
bridge.
that looks like a fucking
She
drawing.
doesn't even look like that right now. She doesn't even look like that right now.
She doesn't look like this.
No.
The fuck fuck she look like? What I thought this is what she looks like right now.
Because I just watched the movie she was in with Keke Palmer, who I adore. That's like one of my crushes. I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
I can't believe she died.
I was a little bit too.
She's about your age, I think. I think she's like a little. She's like somewhere in between both of our ages.
I guess that was just like
Keke
because
Palmer,
she was on
yeah.
like Nickelodeon stuff, but I was a little bit older, so I kind of missed.
I could be wrong. I think she's
I
like
missed
32.
her, like I missed the Victorious stuff and the Kiki's whatever,
Yeah,
Kiki's delivery
yeah.
service, whatever it was called.
Kiki's delivery service.
No, she's slightly older than I am. She's like a little. She's like a month or two older than Chris.
Okay.
Oh
really?
yeah. She's like.
Yeah, I just remember.
Yeah, she's pretty. I like her. I like Keke
had
Palmer.
a
What was
Since I
her
was a
show
kid.
called?
I didn't really like her
True
shows
Jackson
though,
VP.
to be honest.
True Jackson.
I know her from Akilah and the Bee. That's what I know her
the
from.
fuck is that?
I don't even know what that is.
Like her first like real movie.
Oh, like she was like really young or something.
She was in like a spelling bee. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's a spelling bee movie.
spelling bee movie. That's interesting.
Akilah and the Bee.
Was it like?
Oh, and a bee. Okay, spelling bee. Well,
Was it like not the bees? Was it like?
No, I was gonna bring it back to Good Will Smith. Was it like spelled B? And then they're just like they can't
Good
figure
they
it
didn't even know.
Dude, that shit was that skit's
even
funny.
know it.
I hate race people that are funny, dude.
It's fun. It's funny.
out. It's funny because it's so
over
ridiculous.
The top. It's so over the
What
top.
say?
Good Will Smith.
Good Will
It's such a
Smith.
stupid name.
And it's 4. They couldn't figure no one could figure out that it was 4.
Professor's been trying to figure this out for years.
Oh, goddamn.
I was like, that's
It's so
2 plus
stupid.
2.
It's so dumb.
That's what makes it funny, right?
It's really funny. It's like
He
when
said it
fucking-
was racist.
It's like Fuentes. He says such fucking crazy shit. He's like, look here, man. I'm lucky I'm a real nigga. I'm lucky I'm a real nigga.
It is funny the way he says
He's
it.
funny, unfortunately. It's just that he's a fucking bigot.
Yes.
It's just, but he is
He
funny.
does have some charisma. That is very true.
Yeah.
And
like, if he wasn't a racist, I'd love to have him on the
He
show.
has a lot of the
If he-
charisma that people pretend to have, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like, I understand it with him.
yeah.
But then there are other people I'm like, why? I don't get this at all.
Yeah.
You know?
He's like Shapiro. That sure has
Yeah,
a charisma.
Shapiro has none.
Like, yeah, as far as a right winger,
Charlie Kirk has
he's
none.
probably the only one
Charlie
that
Kirk
has
is
any
so-
fucking, like,
He's funny.
think of another right winger that has, like, real Riz or whatever.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
none.
say Riz. Riz is more like attraction stuff, but I know what you mean.
Well, I
Like
mean,
that.
it's
Like,
it's
he's
derivative from
charismatic.
charisma.
The way that he's talking about
It's
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
derivative from that.
I
though.
understand. I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're-
whatever.
you're
Okay,
right.
fine. Shut the fuck up. Okay, what?
He's gonna-
Well, I'm just like, why even do reality? Who gives a shit? It's the same thing. Come on.
yeah.
Charisma.
Charisma.
But no, think of the I know ones, but they're fake.
The
though.
Hodge?
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
they're not
fake
real,
though.
yeah.
They're not real. They're like,
I don't think
I
they're
want that
charismatic.
Two
conservative
rats in a
money.
trench coat.
I don't think they're good. I think
Poppy,
they're just fucking
I know black eyed
mammies.
Dominican.
They're just like
Well, they, no, they
mammies.
did it for the money.
Gail
you
Gooner
start a fucking channel called the
investigating
Conservative
Laura
Twins.
Palmer's murder.
Shut the fuck up.
They're stupid ass
King,
podcasts. Fucking aping
Kingston
around.
Gate, my son. If I was a Flintstone, yabba dabba 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 do.
I'm trying to think of. There's got to be another
Berserker.
another charismatic conservative. Like what?
They're all minorities, unfortunately.
Berserker Broly, Gapshot, and Sweeney. Snark Tank live in Japan featuring Johnny Somali. Happy birthday, Derek. You aging.
Oh, thank you, nigga.
Decrepit semen
Was your
addict.
birthday
That's
recently?
right. How old are you now? What are you, 99?
Feels like it. I'm 37 as of Saturday.
Oh, shit.
Your birthday was Saturday?
Yeah, it was very. Well, I always keep it low key.
I forgot.
I usually don't even go anywhere except for I wanted to meet my friend's new girlfriend,
Yeah.
and
And somebody gave you Hereditary on DVD?
yeah,
I saw.
yeah, my yeah,
Blu-ray?
that's right. I forgot I was gonna say that. My friend, one of my oldest friends, he just started, of course. He just recently started listening to the podcast. He never checked it out before. You know, I feel like most of our friends. There's probably some of them, but then like most of your friends are probably like, I'm not listening. I see you. I'm not gonna listen.
Exactly.
To you.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't want that either.
Stay out, by the way.
It's one of
if
those
you're
thi-
here. Get out of here.
So yeah, he just started listening to it recently, but he's actually listening now. I thought he was just gonna check one episode and be like, oh, okay, and just dip. But he first of all, he commissioned something that we were talking about that we forget every conversation we have. And he commissioned something. It was really cool. We were talking about the size of spiders and what would make you be scarier, bigger one or smaller one, whatever. Cool. He commissioned something like that, and then we showed up. We went to Dave & Buster's to meet up with a couple of our old friends, and he shows up with the Hereditary DVD. I was just laughing. I was like, "Dude, you're fucking actually listening to the podcast?" Because it's like, if it's so it's to the point where one of my friends on Instagram, he doesn't know the lore of what's happening, so he replied like, "Oh, I love that movie, 10 out of 10." And I just laughed because I'm like, this guy has no idea that I just been shitting all over it because I'm like, it's completely just on the podcast. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So, yeah, so I have Hereditary on Blu-ray, and I actually was thinking about, I'm like, I gotta like put it on display like next to here or something so it can be seen in the shot.
Yeah,
just to forever. Oh, and also someone sent me a scathing. Some fucking anonymous guy named Gamer123, whatever. Like, literally, that was his name on Instagram. And he was just like, yeah, your takes were as bad as your takes back in the day. This is your fucking retard. And I was just like, yo. I was like, of course, I just put a bunch of crying emojis because I'm like, I can't believe you're upset about this. Like, it's just a take about a fucking stupid movie, dude.
It was about Hereditary?
Yeah. He specifically, he replied to that story that I put up showing me holding it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
that's so funny.
I can't believe people are that upset. Like, it's like my favorite, pick anything, Halo, whatever, like, and somebody took a shit on a Halo. You would be like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like,
I'd probably join you.
That's what I'm like. What? I don't have anything that I would get like feverishly upset about. Like, how dare you disparage this thing? And I'm like, it's fucking media, dude. Calm down.
It's whatever, man. A bitch got her head cut off. I laughed for half an hour.
Hey,
it was funny.
Didn't laugh at that. If you didn't laugh at that, you're fucking weird. That was funny. I think that was objectively funny. No,
I think it was supposed to be shocking, but yeah.
It is
supposed to be shocking.
It is. I mean,
I guess it would.
It's funny because it's just so like, what the fuck? It's
how shocking it is.
The fact that it's such a clean cut is so funny.
That's
like, because she was. The implication is that she's kind of made out of butter. You know, like it's such a clean.
Is that some
swipe.
of the subtext that I'm missing?
The butter
that
subtext?
she's or margarine. What is she?
Oh, I don't.
There's an allegory for
yeah, she's Land
for
O'Lakes.
heavy cream.
She's Land O'Lakes.
She's
Red Rectum Redemption. Let the cummies hit the tongue. Let the cummies hit the tongue. Let the cummies hit my tongue. I love the character interactions in Marvel Rivals, but was it necessary for Moon Knight to call Herbie a row bigger? Penising a bullet into a giant's forehead. Domination. Vaughn of the Dead. Big titty goblins are my weakness. Walking fleshlights, my guys. That's insane.
Don't do that.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
They're the size of children, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just not into. Like, I know that's very disrespectful to like little people, but like, fuck.
No, it's not. They are. I'm sorry.
There's some little people that of course.
I'm not.
It's the proportions. It's the proportions.
I could not hit up a little.
But if they
person.
have limbs like babies, I can't do it. Like,
I don't know, man.
I couldn't do it.
That whole world is not.
Yeah, like just like
style.
a normal sized human shrunken. I think I could probably make an exception.
Right,
but
where
like,
it's not a proportional kind of nightmare.
Yes, because at that point I'm like, fuck. I don't think I can get. You have limbs like. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, but I
can't figure out how to. I don't know how to draw this. I gotta go. I can't draw this.
I can't draw this.
Derek, not Chauvin, is innocent. Free him. Round-eyed Asian learning ME1 is intended to be a commercial loss for tax reasons. Derek, please listen to Maximum the Hormone. They're like Japanese version of System of a Down mixed with Korn, and they did 2 Death Note theme songs.
Send me the link, nigga. I'm sure I heard it, but send it to me and be like, oh yeah.
My favorite Derek moment is when he spurged out on Twitter because some rando said Red Dead 2 was boring. Well, he was wrong.
I spurged out on Twitter?
I don't know.
See, this is what I'm talking about. The
Spurg
is like reserved for like I've never tweeted. That's like, how do you do that? Like, have you ever had something like, you son of a fucking bitch, and then you put something? No,
not to
like,
that degree.
I'm just thinking,
I lose my chakra while I'm doing it. I'm like getting mad, and I'm like, oh, never mind.
I watch you constantly get angry at people on Twitter.
I've been annoyed, right?
But I can't flip out.
No, you get angry. I've seen you.
I've been annoyed.
I get annoyed for sure, but I can't like. Even like now, like when I'm tweeting things, I'm like, I don't care. I can disagree.
Once you're like almost finished, you kind of got it out. You're like, I don't fucking, it's stupid. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
but
I try. I
can't
to be
remember the
hateful.
last time. Did I? What did I?
I don't even. I'm trying to see if
I've been on Twitter in like a month. It feels like.
Why is this shit coming up?
Now you fucked. Now you fucked
see
up.
See if I can find anything about it.
Yeah. Return of Blackface Fred Flintstone. I yabba dabba didn't do nothing.
Blackface Flintstone. Did that happen?
I don't remember. Sounds like something that would.
It's sign of the times, yeah.
Eating lead until the Make-A-Wish Foundation gets me a Chris Ray gun in femboy gear. You're gonna be waiting a while, my guy. Fuck off! You're not a part of the joke. If you can gape till I get home, it means a lot to you. Thugzilla King of the Hoodsters. Losing all my friends in the custody battle. Kurt Cobain POV. Cut my dick to pieces. Now my pee-pee hurt.
Yeah.
Stupid. Death. Jack the World's Fastest Maori. Hey, Mr. Disarray. I've been down for the count. Fucking dudes for a couple days. Hyper Viper Beam. My name is Jake, and you guys have really hurt my feelings. What do I have to do to dethrone King of Haphazard? Nothing.
You don't got the power.
You suck me off.
I got the power.
You gotta suck me off like he does every day.
It's insane. Big meat every day. Big meaty stinks. Gooner kill by men who twerk. Andy the man whose Andy's and are back to S tier and forever dandy. Billy Boyd Bossman. Shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay. Give me some pipe because I'm dead and gay. I live in Texas. I ain't going to Vegas to eat Roadhouse. When Elon finally dies, catch me going stupid in the club like Jim Carrey's The Mask.
Dun, 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 dun.
I like that you specified Jim Carrey's The Mask.
Yeah, you don't talk about the other one.
The in-game currency in Call of Duty is called CP.
It's hot.
Whoops.
Hello, my baby.
Skip all the
Hello,
way
my
to the front
darling. Hello, my honey pie.
I can't even find anything.
It's Ragtime Gal.
A ragtime gal. It
Bitch
is.
ass nigga.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my Ragtime Gal.
I love the idea of people getting that loose that they destroy things. That makes me so happy. Like someone having so much fun that they're destroying things in their wake.
What are you talking about?
Like people just like, oh, like back to Mass, who was like having a ball and destroying the club.
Yeah, but it was in such a wacky, zany way.
That's just funny to me.
Gids.
Zanery is hilarious.
Majin Cena. Dan
Oh my God.
Schneider. Meek Mill. By the way, I remember seeing that on Twitter. Bunch of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
About like, or like, it must have been on Blue Sky, I guess, because I'm on Blue Sky. But like, there's just a bunch of people being like, man, John Cena's doing a heel turn or whatever, right? No context for what the fuck that means at all.
Really?
I have no concept of what that means.
Cena's been famously a good boy.
You've never heard a heel turn before?
I have, but like, what is it? Who cares?
It's when you play the villain in a scene.
Well, I mean, I get it that you don't care if you don't like fucking wrestling.
Wrestling is really
No, but
bad.
is it of any consequence that it's happening?
Yeah, because
Why?
his entire career he's never been a bad guy.
He's
But-
canonically been a good.
Imagine fucking that
20
happening to any
A
character.
20-year.
They've consistently been good, and then all of a sudden,
Spider-Man's
they're
a
bad.
villain, like not like a Venom or anything. Peter Parker is out here breaking people's necks and flinging them in the walls.
Yeah, okay.
But that equates to something.
I feel like it doesn't though,
It
because it's
does,
kind of like
though.
when Captain America became Hydra or whatever, and people were like,
Well,
"Oh,"
yeah,
and I
that
remember
was
being
it
like,
was intense.
That was
the
a
fact
big
that-
fucking deal in the comic
What?
world.
why?
Because Captain America is famously.
Is he? I think he's fucking with us
You
right now.
have to be retarded. You like have to be.
No,
not-
because to
you
me
have
it's just
to-
like, yeah, they're obviously just like doing a thing.
Well, yes, obviously
It's not going to
that's
stay
true.
this way,
Dude, it's,
Yes, that's
look,
true, but still,
Chris,
the impact
Chris,
of
so
the
what's the
moment matters.
Chris, you're
The president's
it's
not
literally
gonna stay the
think about
president,
a
and the
place
effects
where it
happen.
snows that it never snows. It's the same fucking thing.
I
It's
guess.
just, this thing has been consistent for this many years, and holy shit, it's snowing. It's a shock
I mean, I guess.
because like there was no indication that they were gonna fucking do it. It's been
You're so
decades of not doing
wildly
it.
uninvested in things that you can't conceptualize people being excited or up in arms about things, and I think that's magical.
Well, I just look at it as like he's an actor, so it's like, okay, yeah, he's going to do a new thing.
That's true. And
Like,
people
whatever.
and people understand that it's fake, right?
But that's
it's
not what the people
it's
are
like
freaking out
It's
about.
like watching a show, right? And then a character dying. You know, the person isn't dead in real life, but it's
Sure.
still a shocking thing seeing someone die.
Sure, yeah. I guess it really is just wrestling that I can't conceptualize.
It's just theatrics.
Yeah.
And it's like I like
Why is
this.
it? Why wrestling? I don't understand.
I don't know, because I don't get any part of it. Like I don't understand the theatrics of it. I don't understand the choreography of it. I don't understand
What does that mean?
like it doesn't register to me as media even. It registers to me as like it might as well just be like
That's
vapor.
very
Like,
interesting.
It's like you can't get enthralled by a play
I mean,
or a musical.
no, it seems like specifically
No.
only wrestling is the thing. No, is it not?
it is wrestling specifically.
There's something about wrestling
But
that
it's
that
effective.
your
It's
brain
effectively
just
like a play.
wants nothing to do
Yeah,
with it.
it literally is incapable.
It's a physical play, though. Literally, it's just a play, but it's
of
physical.
course, but it's specifically
you
wrestling.
can't
where he's
understand
like,
that. Why?
Well, it's not about not understanding it. It's about it just doesn't register to me as anything.
But I'm telling you what it is, though. It is just that.
It's a play,
Literally, it's a play.
but not really.
Quite literally, it's a play with a physical aspect to it.
I guess.
Not, I guess it is.
No, because if it was, it would be a play.
Yes.
and then you would go to see it, and then it would be the same thing every time.
Well, no, it's an ongoing.
that's what a
It's an
play is.
ongoing story. It's effectively the same thing as a play, but it has a physical aspect to it, and it's continuously going.
So it's a soap opera.
Yeah, damn near.
It's much closer to that.
Yeah, I guess.
But
yeah.
like you can call it a play. I understand what you're saying, but if you want to be more accurate about it, saying a soap opera is actually much more accurate.
Yeah, and I guess that's probably part of it. Because soap operas are also like, no, I
don't like soap operas at all.
Yes,
I've
you
watched
must.
them before.
yeah, I don't know.
But
It's
I don't
different.
watch
Like
I watched Passions with my sister because I couldn't change the channel.
It's like it functions like
You
a
remember
soap
Passions,
opera, but
right?
it does not have the.
Passions,
Passion of the Christ?
No, Passions, the fucking soap opera on NBC when we were kids.
Oh, I don't know.
I've never heard of that.
Maybe
Well,
maybe if
like
I saw it.
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives, General Hospital. Of
Yeah,
course.
shit like that.
Those
Yeah,
are
I remember
classics.
that. What is the one that was Oh my god, it was like a Spanish one. That I
like
can't
the
remember.
novellas.
Yeah,
Shit, there's a lot of them, but I don't know the name.
Yeah,
I didn't
know.
watch novellas.
I remember
very
some
much.
of them.
My
But
grandma didn't
yeah,
even
I
watch
don't know.
novellas. She thought those things were
Fucking
garbage.
JoJo, they got novellas on their TV.
Can JoJo speak Spanish?
No.
Just-
So it was probably translated in whatever fucking language.
Because I know a lot of people from the Middle East and shit that speak Spanish because of novellas.
Because of
and shit
novellas.
like that. And I'm like,
Interesting.
why do you speak Spanish
That's
fluently? It's like
interesting.
because I learned from novellas. One of my friends is from Iran. She can speak English fluently, Spanish, and French because of dramas.
That's
Other
crazy.
than speaking like I don't know Irani. This is the language.
What
I
it's
guess
called?
technically.
Yeah, people usually still call it like Farsi.
Oh, I guess it's Farsi. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
She speaks it fluently, and I'm like, why do you what? She's like, I watched a lot of novellas. I thought Americans on the concept of America were garbage. And I'm like, you're solid.
Yeah. Anyway, Martin Cena, Dan Schneider, Meek Mill. That's My No-No Square featuring P. Diddy. Watto defending Israel. Watto? That's insane. Watto defending Israel. Whimsical Boeing type skedaddler.
Nice.
Does that describe you, do you think? Are you a whimsical Boeing type skedaddler?
Boing.
Boing. That's one of the funniest sounds.
Is that how you skedaddle? Do you boing away?
My skedaddle is more like
All right, that's so you're like a little
yeah.
I see.
Little.
40K facts, Dark Elder rape people into furniture.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, they're really bad.
Man, that's a crazy lore, man.
Dark Elders are
Kevin
really
Durant's
bad.
feet, loudmouth, Dr. Manlover, how I learned to stop worrying and love the cock. Fuck you, I am paying my TV license bits from Mr. Pants, freezing Chris in a block of ice, then filling him. Fuckface Unstoppable, the Prince of Fap Hazard.
Nice.
Spum Buffutters, Jolly Old Dipshit, the Ace of Parades, I am become meme.
I'm becoming.
Definitive
He
top
thinks he's
5
so
black
cool.
people: LeBron, Keith David, Future, Tim Duncan, Sweeney. Goatman. Derek should definitely touch Kingston every episode. It's a good idea. Ew.
You don't have to.
I got you.
Cockstar Dickleback. Because we all just want to suck big black balls, stomachs filled with at least 15 cocks. It's insane. Cloaking Fagger. When marimba rhythms start to play, spread my cheeks, make me gay. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, fuck my holes, gave me more. Gay little beetle with a craving for beetle penis. Sonic fans found a way to recompile Xbox 360 games.
Especially that shit that just happened to, what was it, Valkyrie?
Dog, that was crazy.
That fucking like Asian kid was like
What happened?
stalking her. You see that they were doing some IRL stream. First of all, look. I hate victim blaming, but also, what the? You don't need to. Look, Ice Poseidon needs to IRL stream. Freaks need an IRL stream. Valkyrie and all those bitches are fucking making tons of money. You don't need to go out in public and endanger yourself with these freaks. And exactly what happened.
What happened?
So some dude was stalking some of her and her friends.
It was Cinna, Valkyrie, and I think Pokey. And
really?
Yeah, and they fucking some guy was like threatening them and like accosted them, and they were fucking terrified.
Yeah, because he was
It's
saying
like,
something like they're calling for security in the area, like security trying to get somebody, and he was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and like they like attacked this dude attacked her.
Oh, really? Like
attacked them.
straight up attack?
He attacked, yeah. He was some little bitch, so like they didn't get hurt, but it could have been infinitely worse, right? He could have had something on him or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
And it's like one of those things where I'm like, dude, that's fucked up. It sucks.
You could have had an activated uranium rod.
Dude, really?
he bites it and it blows up.
Damn.
I don't know what kind of charge his teeth have.
Yeah, that's
city's
not how an
gone.
activated uranium rod works.
He starts glowing green like Hulk when he transforms. It's out his eyes.
And then gone. He almost became.
No, I
Hulk.
didn't. I heard a little bit about something that happened, but like I wasn't sure what the fuck.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
actually didn't
dude.
blow up as much as I thought it would.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact that information on the internet goes so fucking horribly fast.
Yeah.
But it was really sad. It's like, look, I'm not a lady stream. I'm not a stream person in general.
I don't watch
honestly.
streams at all.
Honestly, like I watch
Yeah.
Critical Role sometimes when I can catch it, and I usually watch the VOD on like YouTube.
Sure.
But like, I just think IRL streaming is just not a safe
Yes.
thing, particularly
Only
for
freaks do it. From
'cause
my
these-
understanding, it was like the dumbasses that were like harassing people. What was that dumb
Johnny
broccoli-haired
Somali?
kid's name?
Oh my
crashed
god,
his
oh, white
car.
boy.
Oh, David Dobrik? Or?
No, he crashed his car.
He was a David Dobrik light, though. You know what I
Light?
mean? Like, you know what I mean?
So far, he's like way worse from what I've seen.
He's
but
a little annoying.
I
little
can't remember
white
his name. Something with it doesn't matter. I can't remember. But people know what I'm talking about. If you're listening, you probably seen this guy.
Yeah.
God, that guy. Oh, he makes me angry. Like
kid. Jack Doherty. There
Jack
you
Doherty,
go.
There you go.
I would
pulled
not have
that-
figured that out.
I would have
Fuck.
never
There you
guessed
go.
that.
I was
Doherty.
something. I was going with a P or something. I was so off. Jack Doherty.
Yeah.
God. Fucking.
I was thinking Smuncho or something.
I think IRL streaming is really good. I think unfortunately it's unfair when you get a certain size and you're a woman, female streamer.
It's bad.
You are
Bad idea.
People are going to your streams.
You know what
a
I
lot
wanna
of them are
find?
going to your streams for fucking nefarious.
If you're a woman, you
means.
shouldn't be streaming out like that because I will show up.
Yeah, Chris will show
I
up.
will show up. Yeah.
You
I
might,
fucking-
you might shoot your shot. That might be a golden opportunity for you.
I promise.
Chris goes there. He finally meets Senna. He's like, hey, it was good and it works. And Chris is it's set.
What does he mean? Stop saying that.
Stop saying what, man. Well, man, that'd be a great day for you.
No, I would not.
Look, Valkyrie.
I have no interest.
Valkyrie, Pokimane, Senna, all y'all. Look, I'll there's no more like white and knight in shining armors and stuff. All those milady guys are
Say
kind of
white and shining armor.
Yeah, I said white.
and armor, white and
I mean,
shining-
it's usually white guys. That's why I accidentally tripped it up. And said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Knight in shining armors. They're all gone. They retreated. Like those milady dudes. I don't know where the fuck they are. So
Yeah.
I got you. If
I
y'all-
retired.
if y'all
I used to spend all my days defending women, and now I'm just
gotcha.
like,
Well, check it. Listen,
you know.
I have a 6 foot long Zweihander. I will protect y'all, my lady.
I will not protect them. That's not my problem.
Look, what's probably gonna happen? I'm gonna swing, and y'all gonna get nicked a little bit because it's very long. It's a 6 foot long sword is much longer than you really think it is.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're like swinging because
You're
now
gonna swing
your
your
arms
Zweihander?
extend it too, so it becomes much longer.
You're gonna swing your Zweihander. You're not gonna be able to play. You're not gonna play your freak right. You're gonna throw something out. You're gonna be on the floor. You're gonna be like, "Oh no, I hurt myself." There's a sword. This enemy of mine's gonna pick the sword up
Yeah.
and just,
And then just
and then now they have a sword.
don't listen to him. I got you.
I used to have a glaive.
Where'd it
Blades
go?
are so fucking cool.
Huh?
Where'd it go?
Into my enemies.
It broke off in your enemy's
I think I just
torso.
I think I left it in the old apartment.
Damn.
That's crazy.
You're just leaving weapons in your old
there's
apartment.
Like a flashback of a frame of like, oh, I can't take something. I guess.
What about a
There
lance?
are things that
I'll
I
grab this jelly.
there are things that I've left in old apartments where I'm just like we just didn't have the room to pack it, or we just didn't have the room to take it.
Our last one for sure. Our last time we moved out for sure. The Avalon. I just didn't have. I couldn't bring anything else.
For me, it was the one before that where I left because I had a big. Some of you might know it if you remember
Oh my
videos and
God,
stuff.
the tank.
I had a big like explosive barrel, like almost like a from a video game where you would like shoot and it would explode.
Yeah.
I had that. I had an alien, like a fake little
I
alien.
remember the alien.
Yeah.
You couldn't take that.
No, I couldn't fit it in the fucking. I could have fit it. There was like one place I could have put it, but it would have been shredded the fuck up.
Yeah.
And it was just been like, I guess I leave it.
Also,
And
that
I
night
came
was
back and
crazy.
hoped that I could get it, but they locked everything down. And then I saw it sitting in their fucking office.
They just took the alien.
Yeah, they
Dude,
just
it
took
was
the alien.
dude
Fuck it.
moving that apartment. We did it all in one day, which is not a good idea. That was too much of doing one.
We
fucking day.
also definitely screwed them over a little bit.
Oh, by leaving that way.
We fucked that place up.
Oh, really? I mean,
Yeah.
well, didn't they just take your
Like I
deposit
s-
or whatever?
Yeah, but like I tried to like
You try to
I tried to cover it
try
up
to
a little
salvage it a little bit.
Yeah, like, there was like you know how like I remember like when I was building the studio for the podcast in the in that weird long living room that we had.
Oh,
I remember like I sprayed
used a
all
bunch
the,
of adhesive.
I used a bunch of adhesive spray, and so there was a bunch of foam, and I just
And it
I
says-
painted over the foam.
You painted over the foam. You just
Wait,
gave
the
up.
whole entire like that. You paid. That is crazy.
You just gave them an extra step because they need to sand it down.
Well, no, I did sand it. I sanded because you can't get all of it out. So I sanded as much of it as I could, and then I painted over it. But
it still probably wasn't a great job.
After 4 seconds of observing, you'd be like, "That's still wrong."
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Look at that. A for effort.
If you knew something was there, you'd be like, "There's something wrong here." But anyway,
all right.
Anyway, come don't stream if you're a woman.
Not a great idea.
I know streams are dangerous.
Call me though. I'll protect you with my Zweihander.
Black hole sun, won't you come? Human shield, more like 2 birds, 1 stone. Smitchy the Kid, the greatest gape. Ichiban Kasuga says play Monster Hunter. Post Clarity Nut, Scrotocles, Harbinger of Testes, Haver of Balls. Need me some calcium cannons right now. The Negotiator.
Nice.
I do not care for Sabrina Carpenter. Can't get into her music. It insists upon itself. Yush, Doc Brown and Marty McFly traveling back in time to save Epstein from getting busted by the feds. These are the voyages of the Starship Denterprise on its continuing mission across Sweeney's Tooth Gap. Craig the Canadian, witnessing horrors beyond my comprehension. I don't get it. But being so afraid of something that you just can't understand it.
That's how all the Lovecraft shit is.
I guess, but you specifically can't imagine that.
So you'd be scared.
Never mind. It's your boy, Shawnee D. How hilarious would it be if God is actually real, but we're all wrong about him, and the day of reckoning comes, and then it just ends? That was almost a complete thought. Snark Tank fans are now homeless and deported. Cerberus Agent 267. Megadeth's evil twin brother, Vagot Live.
Nice.
Whoa.
So dumb.
Vagot Live. So stupid.
Vagot, specifically.
Megadeth.
Gay Sinatra's perfectly polished derby shoes sticking out of Luis Guzman's ass, cave diver style. Curb stomping Nazis on the edge of Sweeney's Tooth Gap. Sweeney's improv class, where if the bit goes longer than 30 seconds, he shoots you in the head. Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Drip MH, Lord of all drip. How do 3 grown men not know the difference between Shutter and Shutter? Lamau.
Oh, yeah, that was that. Yeah.
Obi, won't you blow me? God damn it. Waiting for the sweet hunting tier. I want his belt. Kremlin to Gremlin. I use X solely for porn and I couldn't be happier. Jade Empire deserves a remake. Goated game. Marvin Gaye. I don't even have to change anything to make it gay. We are made in God's image. Time to come tribute him. Since Kingston hates being touched, does he even have sex or just jack off from the hallway? Wage Slave 583.
Both.
I come, therefore I am. The Pupini brothers present Gordon Ramsay cleaning Asmongold's room ASMR. Donk Donkerson, a colon swinging slasher. A dentist named Little S. Adams once wrote a letter to the president about how bats were put on Earth to help God win World War II.
That's a scientist.
Bone me now, got 6 dicks in my ass, and I'm thinking maybe 6 dicks ain't so hard now. Stop naming extra ammo episodes, catching up on questions. It gets confusing. Any random gay little title will make it easier.
Yeah, there's usually
that's a good point.
Little. I thought I usually put something at the end of it, like a 3-4 or some shit.
Yeah,
or I put the date. Actually, I usually put the date.
It's usually the date. People don't. Whatever. I'll
shut up, nigga.
I'll rename
Shut
all
up,
of them.
nigga.
I'll name them whale piss, and then all sorts of bullshit, and then you'll see how easy that is. Sweeney likes to eat Snickers upside down. Ew. Holy fuck! I don't think RFK actually talked like that. What the? Oh, holy fuck! I didn't think RFK actually talked like that. What the fuck is wrong with him?
That's crazy.
Oh, where's this dude from? He can't be from America. Good for him.
Yeah. Oh man. What a. Oh man.
Oh yeah. I put that in. I put a little because I had another one of those where I had to cut something out of the dark tank, and because one conversation was just going on a little bit too long. It was we were talking about Ethan and shit. And I was like, it's too fucking long. Who gives a shit? So I cut some of it out, but if there was no smooth transition. So I put a little call to action to our Patreon as RFK Jr. And so it just cuts in,
ridiculous.
And he's selling it. So we probably got some extra sales,
Nice.
Yeah, thanks RFK.
Maybe Fishy. Limp Biscuits and Gravy, the KFC Cum Pledge, John Strickland, Mercs 1889. One of the Kalos Elite Four says verily before he comes at you.
Crazy.
The first are to Keith David. Sweeney sings Sugar by System of a Down, but it's the N-word. Sweeney, get off your fucking phone. Gex is back. And this time he's full-on gay. Pre-Roz, Blake 896. Who do you think you are? I am. Derek's hereditary opinion inspired Cena's heel turn. I'm Derek, and my favorite movie is Hereditary. Das Goopy. Elon's baby armor sounds like a Joker bit. That did happen in a Joker comic, I'm pretty sure.
He put dynamite on babies.
Yeah.
Baby armor.
I forgot
And they
about...
didn't kill him.
I forgot
They
about
let
my
him
Jared
be.
Fogle time machine name and wrote a question into a book club. I wrote a question into a book club podcast, and now all I feel is shame. Ran over head Joel.
Nice.
Buddha eating Gouda, fucking a Fuda, Nikki Ziggy. Fuck it, a billion shades of gay. Dom put down Molag Ball's mace. I'm sorry, Marcus, but he says if I become his champion, he can bring back Maria.
Damn. That should be crazy if the fucking the world on Gears is actually fucking Aldera. Is that what it's called? What is it called?
I don't know.
The Skyrim world. What is it called? Let me look it up real quick.
Tamriel?
Skyrim World?
Tamriel,
yeah.
This is Tamriel. Dom, I found Molag Ball's mace. I found the Black Razor, Dom.
So stupid. They
That'd be
think
cool,
the end on my head means something else, Crash. I'm so fucking gay, MF Coom. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly Brave. Dog the Baby Hunter. Aether needs help lowering his weapon. Halo 3 Orange Man Hunter. Nate from Melphis 1. And rounding out our list,
Yeah.
the King of Haphazard.
King of King Gizzard.
Yeah!
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
King
Yep.
Gizzard and the Lizard and
Yeah, then the Lizard
right.
N-word.
All right, bye.
King
The
N-word
lizard.
and the Lizard N-word.
Oh my god.